handicapped.
I am handicapped. I'm psychotic.
We have to reboot everything because when we launched, YouTube fucked up and didn't connect. So our YouTube wasn't working at all. Wrong vid refresh. Wrong vid refresh. So we'll do that for them, and then we'll go back like this, and we'll go to that one there. And then we'll go back like this. Mute that. Nobody's watching anyway. Good, good, because it started a second ago. Because YouTube, one that I don't have to change every day, fucked up on its own. Had nothing to do with me, nothing to do with settings. And people have mentioned the membership thing. We're going to talk about that in a bit. I've deliberately avoided talking about it on Aaron's channel. Sandy Squatch saying howdy. Hello, Sandy Squatch. I'm going to grab the chats here and get them lined up. There's a couple things we're going to talk about. Monday, I was going around and taking care of a lot of errands that I had to run and things. It was really warm, and I kind of pushed myself too hard, and like there were falls involved and stuff. So I'm not doing the best. Like my back is killing me. But my back, my pussy, and my crack. But yeah, so I've fucking I've had the shit kicked out of me recently, it seems like. So yeah, it's been a little bit more of a not a slog, what would we call it? A difficult time. It's been a little bit more of a rough time. So I got the crap kicked out of me. That's why we don't have Humpty in here. It's going to be too much work to drag his fucking egg chair ass in here to do the show and then roll him out. So that's why we're not doing a Rocky time. There you go. Maybe I'll follow, maybe I won't, anyways, yeah, it's been unfortunate. But yeah, I was thoroughly fucking crippled from that, along with other things. But yeah, so that's why we didn't do a show yesterday. I had a lot of issues sleeping, just MS stuff, and so the fall, the MS stuff, the head, the back, the arm, all of it's not happy. Where is it? Oh yeah, it's not a big deal there. But hey, motherfuckers, says Atomic Ray. Hey, Atomic Ray, good to see you. We haven't explained the membership thing yet. We will in a minute, because I'm sure a lot of people want to talk about it, but we have to get all of our chats up, so I make sure I can see everybody's comments and all that fun stuff. And we got to check how much stuff came in while we were off to take that out of the goal. Creator dashboard, because auto renews automatically renew, as the name implies. So people probably, did stuff while we were off. Where are we at today? Today is Wednesday. So we're there. Ooh, wow, $5 yesterday. We made $5. $5. All right, we'll call that 10. We'll call it 10. You're streaming under Sunday stream, just FYI. Wait a minute, what? No, it isn't. It better not be. I put all of the things in there. Yep, the Sunday show. Frickin' YouTube? Jesus Christ, YouTube. That's part of the reason we're going to be talking about why I don't have memberships right now. I put the picture in there. I put the title in there. That was on the launcher, but it didn't redo it for this, so I got to redo it in here. So we'll fix it in here. But yeah, that fucking YouTube today, man. We'll get to the YouTube thing on why I don't have memberships. It's more or less all YouTube's fault, but good luck telling them that. So we'll get to that, and it will be rectified eventually. Eventually. Doom Sunday show. Yeah, we already got it addressed, but thank you. Like Oodles of Toodles kind of pointed it out. So I'm editing it all right now. Calm your tits. Oh, I'm just not in the mood for those things today. Just no. All right, there we go. There we go. And save. Now, my tits are uncalmed. Well, calm your tits, or you can go somewhere else. I don't know if you know this or not. I have veto power on the show, like to the point of saying I can veto myself or everybody on out of the show if I wanted to. Landers says, jizz. Why? But why, though? Why do you say that? You don't need to add that to this. We don't need that added to this discussion. There needs to be no dialogue on this whatsoever. All right, how are we doing? And nobody's viewing according to this thing. That's hurtful. That's hurtful. But I suppose not surprising, Twitch has been a pain in the ass and had some problems. And we haven't been live for a little while, so people might be upset or have found something else to replace it. Oh no, the backslide is real. What am I going to do? All right, let's, we got that. We got that. No, that's, never mind. Numbers are lying. Numbers are lying. That's what I came here to do. I came to pop this out of the chat. Yeah, pop out. No, not the activity feed. That. There we go. Pop out the chat. Pop out the chat. Pop out the chat. If you have 2 shotguns in one hand and 3 duck decoys in the other, what do you have? Sounds like plans for the weekend, I guess. I would hope. Answer, big hands, is Wild Saffron. All right, then. Douglas W., I'm filtered in. Right? We don't have to wait anymore. Douglas is here. It's the whole reason we hold up every show. It's for Douglas. Barbara, Bronan the Carbrarian, or Bonan the Carbrarian Sunday show is an interesting name. I like it. Why not? Whoa, no. Landers, don't. No. All right. No. All right. So, I do need to. I was like, do I need to turn on a lot of lights? Like, I don't need all the lighting this time around, do I? I'm not using the egg chair, so I don't need the lighting. But yeah, my hair and still headset freaking fade into the background unless I turn on the front lights. So that's a thing. The YouTube channel for everyone that wants to subscribe on that. And oh boy, don't I wish that was a thing. For all his faults, Aaron's Luddite behavior has one advantage. It protects him from shit like I'm going through right now.
Last time I checked, we don't have a whole lot of songs that feature the cowbell.
I gotta have more cowbell, baby.
That's Fettuccine El Poo subscribing on Twitch. Thank you, Tier 1 on Twitch. We appreciate that. Cowbell coming in for Fettuccine El Poo. Hey. So what happened with the whole subscription thing is you apparently have to specifically flag your videos as not for kids in order to be able to take membership subscriptions. Which, every time that an age requirement thing came up, yeah, I flagged my videos as not age appropriate for kids. But Streamlabs doesn't have that tab when you link YouTube to Streamlabs. So, problem. I mean, it has a direct link. It's not like it's patched in all willy-nilly. It's a direct link. You paired the accounts. They're paired together. But apparently, in their infinite fucking cockadoodle dumb nuts wisdom, they never said, hey, we should put, like, when you're using YouTube as well, we should put the age tab that you need to fill out in there. Kind of important. So because of that, we don't have the viewership hours we need to have. Which means I don't know how long it'll be until we get subscribers. It has to be more of them, like 1,000 hours, and more of them are adult privated than not, or whatever. Not privated, but adult restricted, age restricted, whatever. Some stupid thing. So now it's just going to be a, it'll show up when it can. Johnny's going to check like at the start of every week. He's going to look and see. I don't know. I'll email somebody, see if I can figure out a way to fucking get like at least an answer on how long that'll be. Because I don't know specifically which hours are. Again, the whole problem being at no point did my streaming software, which again you guys are partnered with, no point did my streaming software say, hey, do you want... All right. Awesome is what I'm saying. Awesome. So we've got that set up and going. And yeah, like I said, we'll figure it out when it fucking gets fixed. How is everyone doing on hump day? Says King Kong Dong. I mean, I'm all right. How's everyone else doing? Hey, mother... sorry to hear that, says West Coast Patriot. Go, yeah, it sucked. It sucked. Like, my overexerting myself was my choice. I had a lot to do. Phone not working the whole time I was out of the house really screwed that pooch. But either way, had a lot to do. Got it done. Got home. Was happy about all of that. Didn't really enjoy taking a tumble. Would have worried I had a concussion if I didn't already know that my visual issues are an MS thing. And so, yeah, didn't get a lot of sleep on Monday night. Told Aaron that I wouldn't do the show when I told him I'd come in late. And he's like, how about you just, you want to take the day? And I was like, oh, fuck yeah. If you're going to let me take the day, I'll fucking take the day. You're going to give me the day off? I'll fucking, like, I was like, hey, how about I just come in an hour late, get a little bit more rest, and then do this thing. And then he's like, no, how about you take the day? And I'm like, well, that works. And then I went back to sleep, and I didn't wake up until it was like halfway through what would be my show prep time. And I was like, meh, I'm going to just go. I'm just going to go back to resting and just kind of deal. Because I was in incredible pain. And now I'm just in a lot of pain. Headache, backache. It's going to suck for a while. All right. But, wow. Wild Saffron. I feel for you. But, I mean, don't advertise. You'll get offers. You will. Scary. All right, but I hope you work that out. Johnny, those glasses. Yes, Landers, but no. I don't want no research, please. No research, please. We have 4 backburns to do. We'll do that, and we've got a whole show to get through. So we'll do that. It's kind of weird not seeing Saint Caesar jump up right away. Although Saint Caesar was on the YouTube channel, and then why can't I popped it out. Why can't I what is this? This is ban evading warn. Ban. There we go. I don't want ad bots doing shit on my stuff. There you go. Bye, buddy. Okay. So we've got that all set up. We've got the chats caught up. Wow, dude. Holy balls. Okay, we saved it. Done. Go back to the video. It's live. Nope. I guess we'll go this way. Okay, there we go. All of those caught up. There we are. Everybody here on Rumble, it looks like, and YouTube, we're pretty much good to go. And Twitch starting to filter out just slowly. Again, I'm going to say this. I don't know. Did something happen to him? I saw Saint Caesar on the YouTube thing saying, see, you didn't get the membership set up this weekend, Johnny. And it's like, I see you didn't read the... Oh, wait, I didn't put it in the description. That's my... No, I did put it in the description. We talk about the membership situation. So just again, if... although that one didn't have a description, to be fair, because YouTube's a piece of shit. Actually, no, I think that one did have a description. So either way, I don't know. Just weird. Usually he is firing off in that Twitch chat. And without him, it's so stagnant right now. It's scary. Let's see. West Coast Patriot Girl. We'll catch up with that first. I'm getting ahead of myself. Wild Saffron at King Kong Dong. Hey, everybody. Everybody's saying hi to everybody. And then King Kong Dong asked the provocative question, how is everyone doing on hump day? And Wild Saffron kicking things off in that regard, saying humpless until hubby gets home. And now all good on this end. Another beautiful day in California. Good for you. You have a responsibility. No slacking. I'll try. God damn it, I'll try. But it's been... Oh, fuck. Where's that sticker? Thank you for the 100 bits and the Super Splasher sticker. We appreciate that. I got to get those backburns up. TY Green Goblin, Diablo expansion in a week. What up, Crutches? I'm going to tell you this. When it comes to video games, and I know it's been out for a while and a lot of people have played it. I've done stories on the drama. Thank you, Fettuccine Poo-Poo. Let's get these open so when I get those, I'll get message if anyone does. We moved our goal over. Oh, fuck, it's a sticker party. I didn't even realize. I technically usually burn for those too. God damn it. I'm technically supposed to smoke 5 now? God, where's my, where are my apps? Let's open these. Okay, so opened, and I gotta do the fingerprint thing, and it's still me, or it's not me. You're not gonna check. That works. All right, so we've got that set. Afternoon, Johnny 5 says bird collector. Wankety wank says lab glass. Motherfucker says lab glass. If you're just joining us, memberships are delayed until we get specifically more hours watched that are not approved for kids than are approved for kids. And I don't know how to check it because every time it's ever asked me, I've said this content is not approved for children. But my Streamlabs launcher never asks me. So there's a problem there. Diablo 4 is ass. I hope the expansion isn't ass, says King Kong Dong 42. That's kind of my feeling. I wouldn't say it's ass. I would say I didn't like a lot about it. Like, I liked a lot of it, but I'm also someone who hates the whole season characters thing. We have a hype train possibly incoming on fucking Twitch, son of a bitch. So I need to get one of these controlled burns on the way. What the hell is this? A show, says Saint Caesar. Not really. Not yet, anyways. We're 20 minutes in. We're going to try and launch it here because it's kind of filtered in, but now we might have a hype train coming out of the gates, and I have to, out of the Bill Gates. Thank you, Lab Glass, for the beaker on fire sticker. Three backbirds left to do, although that one barely counts. I'm gonna say that one was awfully. That one I'm even admit that one. Calling that one's weak. We're doing it, but we're gonna admit that it's a little weak. I'm with you, King Kong. Just get back into it. Just get back into what? Diablo 2 is my favorite game of all time. I have 4K hours into it since 2003. I feel the same way about World of Warcraft. I have a lot of time into that game. It's kind of a big part of my life, and it'll always be such. But every once in a while, you gotta spread your wings a little bit, do something different. That's one thing I don't care for with Aaron on the gaming front. Like, dude, you got, like, you're not a gamer, man. You got your speed. You got your I got my football game, and that's like, and then I got my one racing game and my one Wild West game and my one Knights in the Middle Era game. Like, I mean, what? Just your one? Like, you never find a new game and be like, you know what? I'll give that a go. I'll tell you this. I've been getting told to try Baldur's Gate 3 for a long time. Been reading a lot about it. And I finally went and got it this weekend. It's becoming more and more addicting. As I didn't realize quite so much about it before getting it. Alrighty. We have you watched the new wrestling something or other mediocre personality? Oh, he's back. I can stop now. Phew. Oh, did the Twitch thing like cut out and come back? because I had to stop and start. I'm sorry. No, that can't be the case because we've had people chipping in on the show. All right, I have no. I'm with you. Just get back into it. New wrestling AEW is 5 years old. A shame it's not dead yet. Somehow TNA is still going 20 years later. I don't know about that at all. MSO saying hello, Johnny. Hey, MSO, good to see you. Again, for those of you just joining us, if you're wondering why we don't have YouTube memberships, it's because I'm retarded, and I didn't realize that a setting needed to be enabled that prevented shows from being, because again, no child should ever be watching this. So yeah, we're gonna Baldur's Gate 3. Have you had sex with animals in it yet? Actually, Saint Caesar, the sex with animals is only with one particular one person in particular, and no, my character's a male, so he will not be having sex with that person, because I don't know if that guy swings that way, but we're not doing that. Not even a little. Oh, that is one of the things. Stop current daying us. This is one of the things I got disappointed with. I'm a vampire fan. Like, I'm a freak for vampires. Holy shit, we have a minute and a half. I think Lab Glass or somebody really wants to make that hype train happen. So if you want to do that, you have a minute and a half. But yeah, so I'm big into vampires, and so I was disappointed that the only way you can be a vampire, even just briefly in the game, is to frickin' like cozy up to the vampire dude. Like, you have to quintessentially be gay if you're a guy, because the vampire guy's bi, so anybody can be a vampire.
Off.
So yeah, but anyone has to fuck the vampire guy. Like, again, this whole like you have to bone the vampire guy. I don't like that. I don't like that you have to romance the vampire guy to play a vampire character. Just give me the option. Give me the option. All right, what the hell did I stumble upon, says MSO. Well, you stumbled upon me ranting about my YouTube memberships, which led to me reading Saint Caesar talking about AEW, which transitioned into me talking about video games, current daying people, because I got current date in a video game. You gotta be into boning dudes. Like, why? Why? I just want to be a vampire. I just want to go up to people and suck the blood. Oh, okay, wait a minute. Now I get what you're aiming at. Yeah. There is. Yeah, but that's not fucking pronouns. All right. Anyways, let's quit fucking around. I'm going to mute this. Thank you very much, Lab Glass. That hype train is not happening. But hey, we are taking 10 off of the goal on the 28th already, so it's down to 40 because stuff like that all piles up. It all adds up. All right, so let's go ahead and open our first hour stories that I didn't get to open because I was busy eating. I was busy eating and making food. I just couldn't get enough shit done at once. We've got a story about a Newfoundland marathon runner that you might enjoy. We have, I wonder if Mr. Q's in the YouTube chat yet, because we have a bunch of animal stories. We got a story about a guy in North Carolina that's spent the past few days rescuing people, and we're going to talk about over 40 civilians. We're going to talk about that, or at least we're going to watch his video. We have a story about some unbelievably evil people, and I'm going to go into that. We have a story about Taylor Lorenz. If you don't remember who she is, she worked for the Washington Post. I say worked, because guess what she doesn't do there anymore? That's right, give out free handjobs. All right, so where is our last one? Are we on this? Democrat question did not go well. Nope, we're on this one. All right, so it's this one and then this one. Okay. We've got them all loaded. Nobody's playing audio. It's a beautiful day. Bam. Okay. MSO, I still can't unsee the exploding China shit pipe. Nobody can. That's the shart that's been seen around the world. None of us will ever forget it. Ever. Ever. I would dare to venture that you could have seen that brown geyser from space. Okay? Somebody floating over the earth would have been like, oh, looked like somebody just pooped. I mean, not really. It was like, what, 30 feet in the air? That's still way too high. 3-story building. Is that visible from space? Oh. Still no 250 channel point shard rip. The 250 channel point shard rip was never going to come back at 250 channel points, and I can't find the original sound effect. So, yeah. Sorry. I guess, there's plenty of sound drops you can pay for, St. Caesar. Did any planes get hit with shit that day? I don't believe so, but again, it only went like 33 feet in the air. That seemed low flying for a plane. Did I really just drink that with my fucking thumb out like a fucking tardo? Can I blame that on the MS? I don't even know what that was. Why was I holding my cup like that? What am I just got? I swear to God, if Mo can rub off of you and then get on to somebody else through a fucking Zoom meeting, we're gonna have to quarantine even further because this is not acceptable. It's not acceptable. Negrodamus, no sharts, no peace. Well, I mean, if you don't shart, you won't have a piece of shit in your pants. I mean, technically that is true. No sharts, no peace, or multiple pieces. Yeah, it's like he did a joke. Almost. All right. We have 3 hours left in the program. We've got all of our stories loaded up. Let's get on to the first one here. We have a story about a marathon runner in Newfoundland, and they won a medal. And you might be like, well, why does that matter? Is it a video? Fuck, it's not a video. It should have been a video. Because the one who ran into the marathon to win a medal was a goat. Not the goat, but a goat. Not Michael Jordan, but Duchess. Or in this case, Joshua. Meet Joshua, the goat that hopped into the Newfoundland thing here. I want to open image in new tab. There we go. Open image in new tab. And we'll do it this way. Okay, so boop, boop, boopity, boop. Here's our goat. Here's our boy. Here's our boy. Ooh. Open image in new tab. And, yeah, no. So there we are. Doot, 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 doot. Oh, I'm going to just drag it over here. Yep, there we go. No. I want you to squeeze in right there. All right, so there's our boy. There's our boy. There's Joshua jumping in line, and there he is with the medal. Now let's just do the fun part of the story. So apparently Joshua was tied up in a petting exhibit next to a local pumpkin patch as people were running by. And he got so excited that he decided he wanted to join them, or he was afraid of whatever was going to be running after them. Either way, he got out of his collar, he jumped out, and he's used to large groups of people, and he really gets involved when he sees a crowd running. He decided to join in, not knowing this is one of the longest runs he's ever had. Oh my God, they almost ran the goat to death. Oh, how bad would that be if the goat died of a heart attack because he got involved in a fucking 5K? You're a farm animal, my friend. You are pork chops, buddy. You are dinner, motherfucker. All right, what are we at? Yeah, dude, wow. Why are we so zoomed in? No wonder that picture was all fucked up. Joshua ran alongside the runners for 4 kilometers before Taylor caught up with him and slipped the goat's collar back on, but by that time, Joshua had so integrated himself with the runners that Taylor walked him across the finish line to the race. Mayor Darren Bent said, "We very quickly put a medal around his neck, and he became quite the star. Most people who actually ran half the marathon wanted their picture with Joshua at the finish line." So more people were excited about the goat than they were about, like, hey, man, who won the marathon? I don't give a fuck, man, but did you see that fucking goat? I gotta get a picture with that. Before that goat leaves, dude, I gotta hang out with the goat. I want to hang out with the goat, man. Also, how bad do you feel if the goat beat you? How bad do you feel? He walked the goat across the line, not to close out the marathon, not as the last one to cross the line. That goat beat somebody out on the marathon. Somebody started it going, this is my year. I've been practicing all year. I'm going to put up that time. I've been dreaming of it. I'm not going to let him beat me this time. I'm going to do it. I'm going to do it. Motherfucking goat. Oh, you four-footed son of a bitch. You get 2 extra legs. It's not fair. Like, I'd be rolling in my chair like, dude, I don't even have 1 set of legs. Screw this shit. Oh, fucking goat. But anyways, so Newfoundland race won by a goat. He won by a nose. All right, so let's clear those out. The Newfoundland goat story. Again, thank you for joining us on Twitch, YouTube, and Rumble. Happy to see all you guys. We are kicking it. Wow, numbers aren't down at all. I thought they would be. Crazy. So our next one we'll get into in a second. It's a little bit of a bummer, so we're gonna ease into it. We started off nice and light with a goat story because, figured that would pass over pretty easy. I mean, other than the fact that I think they are literally Satan's lapdogs, who has a problem with goats? Like ever. So it was a safe one. But this next one is not safe, but a little more less fun. So we'll slow our way in there, catch up with shit. Another Josh, they're freaking everywhere, says 09 Canyon. What? West Coast Patriot Girl, just record your own shart sound, Johnny. That would require me to fart because you're gay. Oh, I'm gay. Oh, no, I'm gonna do another controlled burn on the back burns for that. We have 3 back burns left to go, now down to 2 for poo. One sec. So sorry. Oh dear Lord. John Doe saying, Johnny, your facial expressions while Aaron talks on the morning show are priceless. That's kind of more of what I've begun to add. I can't tell when he mutes me or when he cuts me out. So now because on my thing I'll see that I'm talking. I'll say Johnny is talking. John is talking. But if it's not working, and sometimes it seems like it's not, then that's just when I'm like, all right, I'm the silent actor. So that's what I appreciate that you've noticed that, John Doe, because I try so hard. I'm not really, but I mean I have put a little effort into it. I mean not enough to be even noticed or worthy of praise, but thank you anyway. All right, let's catch up with the chat here. Oh, people are getting on me for the Baldur's Gate. I gotta go up on the Rumble chat here for Baldur's Gate. Diablo 4 expansion. Why is it difficult to sell a zebra? Nobody can find a barcode. Oh, that's funny. That's funny. What do you do when riding your zebra next to a camel and a lion is chasing you? Get off the carousel, you drunk. Wild Saffron's jokes are actually funny. What does a zebra have that most stripes? What on the outside? Okay, interesting. There's your lame jokes of the day, people. All right, so Wild Saffron doing my job, apparently. If you really wanted to be a vampire, you would suck that guy's dick, says fuck you, dude. West Coast Patriot Girl. That would literally be gay for play, West Coast Patriot Girl. That would literally be gay for play. Wild Saffron, cause you're gay. Wild Saffron saying it, but there's a ton of fart clips on the internet. Spoiler alert, that may be where I got a lot of them from before. I don't have an interest in putting that one back. And that's not the same short. No, it's 250 points. Like, I don't want it. Who cares? All right, another Josh. They're everywhere. You mean lamb chops. Well, I mean, don't they usually make, like, gyros out of goat meat? West Coast Page Girl, I thought you were going to say he has a ton of his own shark clips. That would be scary. I wouldn't put it past him. No, I have better things to do. But he won't read my jokes. He's afraid of choking during a controlled burn. Oh, they're funnier when out of context. They are. They are funnier out of context. Euro is lamb or lamb and beef. I did not know that. So, like, if I go to New York Euro, it's like in the vicinity of my living situation. It's lamb and beef. Lamb and beef. Lamb chops, play along. Come join in and gay along. All right, so let's. We've avoided it as long as I think we can. Must watch. I disagree. It's kind of disappointing. Like me now, after I just did that head tilt. It's gotten a lot looser over the course of the day, but in the lower neck and the back of the shoulder blades, ooh, she's tight. She's tight like a snare drum. All right, like my last girlfriend. All right, but how long were you dating? Okay, so let's go to this one. Long but worth the watch. Again, it's important, sort of. So I mean, agree with worth the watch, but it's let's put it this way: you're not gonna feel good about your government when you watch this. That's who you remind me. You remind me of Ted Cruz.
I really don't want to make this video, but it is literally a matter of life and death for the people of North Carolina. So, my name's Jonathan Howard. I'm a member of the Florida State Guard Special Missions Unit. And I'm also up here.
How awesome would it be, though, if he just jumped in? If he's like, it's literally a matter of life and death for the people of North Carolina. My name is Jonathan Edwards, and this is, live from New York, it's Saturday night. And they just, woo, or just something fun. No? Okay.
Here with Aerial Recovery, a nonprofit. I came up here on Sunday with Aerial
Smoke
Recovery
some weed?
Before we even got activated. We flew up here, and then
Smoke
we got
some weed.
activated, which is great. I have my team up here working as well.
Is
Here's
activated
the
code for
I'm going
smoking
to tell you
weed?
everything that's happening from the ground, what I'm actually seeing, because what they're telling you is complete bullshit on the news, and these politicians don't have a fucking clue, and they're lying. And I'll say this now, I'll say it at the end of the video. The only thing I need from this video is helicopters. If I have helicopters, I can save lives.
Moving like a helicopter. Woot, woot. Nope. Okay. This guy needs helicopters. This guy needs helicopters. RP. SP is watching. Either SP's watching and having a good time or not. I really don't care. I will say that the only thing I find, whatever you're aiming, if is that supposed to be cringe? So what, are you watching the chat constantly for that name to pop up? How the fuck do you know? And more importantly, why do you care? Because I don't. So, feel free to not. Sorry, that's just, I notice that happens every once in a while that I see that in the chat. I'm just like, you know what? I'm not to the point of banning people for that, because that seems gay. I don't want to, but I just don't give a shit. It's just fuck off with your bullshit. And I'm gonna clear the chat off the screen because I don't want to put anything up on anywhere, which John Doe knows what he's doing. So I'll give that one warning. That one will slide once, but that's it. Because, again, I don't want to fucking do that shit. I don't want to bother with that shit. And those of you that want to do that shit don't contribute to this anyway, so fucking whatever. All right, let's keep going.
Without helicopters, I can't reach these people. It doesn't matter how many chainsaws and trucks I got, I can't get to them. They're 10 miles in, 20 miles, 40 miles in the mountains.
Thank you for the 100 bits. Rusty Grammar says, just effing nuke YouTube. They aren't worth it, my man. Well, actually, I can't agree with that because if you want to be financially accurate, YouTube has paid more than Rumble, especially in like the last couple months. Rumble was like, no, I'd say yeah. YouTube's getting up there a lot more in Rumble. If people keep doing those like $5 and $10 like super chats to get me to smoke weed, yeah, fucking YouTube again. So Landers, YouTube gets nuked and they will complain 6 million died. But I mean, honestly, if you break it down, and I'm not defending anybody, but mathematically, like to get to 6 million, that number specifically, you have to... Not saying it wasn't a lot of people, I'm saying... See, there's no good way to have that argument. Like, there's literally no good way to do that. You're either a piece of shit or you're really a piece of shit. All right, who's this, Shuli, asking for copters?
There's no way to get with them or even communicate with them. I am literally flying around in a civilian helicopter looking for SOS messages carved in the mud or painted on the ground, and we're dropping down and saving them. What got me fired up about this was yesterday, me and my team did the rescue of that 11-day-old baby. And all these government officials and social media, they're showing that video, that pictures and video of that rescue.
Thank you for the 100 bits, Egg Picker, and I have no idea what that says. I do not endorse that message. You know what? Just because I don't know what it says. Just because I don't know what it says. As a safety feature. Just because I don't know what it says. Like, I'm sure it's fucking fine. Because I'm pretty sure, like, I would hope that the same censors that exist for one language exist for another, but oh no, Bang You Died isn't happy. Well, then you don't need to be here.
And claiming that, like, they have some, like, government help with that. And I mean, even USA, I think it was USA Today, wrote an article about it saying it was a Florida National Guard that went and got it, like with a helicopter. No, it was me, my buddy Charlie, and a civilian named Zeb with his own personal...
A civilian named Zeb. You don't get more North Carolina. Look, it was me, my friend Charlie, and a civilian named Zeb. Was it Zeb's helicopter? Zeb is an NPC, says Egg Picker. It just said, hello, Johnny, in chat. Today I became a lesbian. It's fine. Yeah, I'm sure that the message was totally fine. The wiping it part was kind of a bit. Like, I'm like, oh, I don't even know what this says, so I'm just going to... Because, again, like I said, they probably wouldn't let you say hateful things in other languages. Otherwise, people would use that loophole all the time. People would use that loophole constantly. Oh, Bang You Died got taken up by somebody else. I don't even have to worry about it. I was waiting to see. I was like, we'll see how that plays out. That one seems like a real winner. Oh, this. Well, then I guess you can go. Curious. Nah, let's not. All right, go ahead and get back to this again. We're kind of overshadowing the actual important part, which is this hurricane moved through and it fucked up a lot of areas and a lot of places in the country. And right now, a lot of people are acting like they're doing something as far as government agencies go. And this guy's saying, no, that picture circulating with the baby being rescued, yeah, fuck that. That was me and Me and Zeb in the woods.
Helicopter out of Wilmington, North Carolina. Like, without that civilian, that baby would be dead. And the old lady we went and rescued after that, she'd be dead too, because she had 1 day left of oxygen. No one was going to go get them. I will tell you, when we go up in the air, I probably see 40 civilian helicopters, and I might see 2 Black Hawks, National Guard, military, whatever they are. That's it. No one's out there doing rescues. I have my entire team up here from Florida right now, and they have no ability to go rescue these people other than what they can drive to. And the people that are in dire need, they're out in the mountains. They are completely cut off. Now, I will say, I spoke to my congresswoman down in Florida, and she's a badass, and she made a bunch of phone calls, and now we got 2 contracted 60s coming up here tomorrow, which is great. I love that, but like, I still don't understand why we don't have more helicopters. Like, we'll get a lot of work done with that, but there's no military. There's no one's doing nothing.
Right, because, it's not voting season yet, and if it were, those people might go the wrong way. We don't want to rescue them too soon. If we wait a little bit, they might have the sniffles and they can't go to the polls. I didn't know Black Hawks. Lab glass, you've got too much dick in your ears. You're hearing things. I gotta get some Q-tips and take the jizz out. They're trying to stop citizens from helping each other to force them into being reliable on the government. Well, smoke out prods, they're trying to stop citizens from helping each other. He's making, from what it sounds like he's making the case that in North Carolina, the only people helping each other are the people. Black Hawks. No, again, Black Hawks. 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 Yeah, I know what he's doing. He's trying to make a clip. Did he? I don't know. We'll find out. The crazy thing is, Asheville, North Carolina is heavily Democrat. You'd think they'd want to save those votes. Smoke out prods. And the heavily Democrat areas are like, we already put those votes in. Spoiler alert, we just took your votes from last year, guys, and we just fudged it all this year. We did your votes for you. Because don't worry, we know what's best for you, and you're a Democrat. You understand. Black Hawk Tua. No! Now Joe DeBecky is picking up on this. Black Hogs? No, Black Hawks. Black Hawks. You dicks. A bunch of hockey players from Chicago going to help. No, not those Black Hawks. Not those Black Hawks, Mr. Q. Oh, yes, that's true. They're stopping private helicopters from coming to the rescue. At least they did in the initial days. Yeah, and that's what this whole video is. This guy's saying that he doesn't understand why there isn't more government involvement, because he's, him and his guys are like strapped to the nuts with what they can do with the helicopters they have available. And he's saying the ones he's seeing are civilian and not. Again, it's almost like government doesn't really care about the people.
It blows my mind. And they're not even
And if you want to blow something,
allowing people to see what's really going on. One of our friends yesterday, they were actually escorting CNN down at Lake Lure, and they wouldn't even let CNN, the sheriff department would not let them go videotape the bad areas, how destructive it is. I don't know why they don't want to show you all that, but I mean, it is bad. I should also say, when I flew here on Sunday, they actually stopped us from going in, the sheriff department. And it was because of a bunch of politics that they were claiming was the Speaker of the House of North Carolina that was preventing us from even going in and trying to...
Okay, so somebody was talking about that in the chat. I don't remember who you were. Smoke out prods. Oh, yeah, that's true, but they're stopping private helicopters. Yeah, was it Smoke out prods, the one saying, is this a Tim Walz friendly... Tim Walz and Friends meeting? Ooh, we have a clip thing about Walz in the first hour because I don't care for Tim Walz. But, crazy thing, Asheville's heavily Democrat. Or was it over here? Yeah, now we're getting more on what Egg Picker was talking about they don't want people helping people.
They kick us out, which I have clarified today with North Carolina politicians that reached out to me, good on them, and they were like, That's complete bullshit. Speaker of the House has nothing. He wants you guys there, but this is the kind of political BS that is happening here right now. Like, everyone's trying to be in charge without taking any type of action. Nobody wants to coordinate with anybody. Everybody wants to pretend like they're being the hero while these people are literally fucking dying in the mountains. And these people, like I'm saying, these people are limited medication. They're running out of oxygen, and there's no one going to get them. The most effective way
I gotta have more cowbell, baby.
Holy shit, 3 years Dear Boo One Frolic.
Yes, 3 years, dear Butch. What the fuck have you been doing for three years? It is an honor that you have been subscribed to this show that long. I appreciate your support, man. That's awesome. Cowbell for Dear Butch. Heyo. Alrighty, I'm in Northeast Tennessee. This guy isn't wrong, says Riding Dirty Llama. Yeah, dude, again, why people trust the government? I'm starting to just, I know, oh, you're waking up finally. Like, whatever. I don't give a shit. Again, this one, though, with this video, like, it's just where this stuff happens, then you're like, oh, but no, the elections will be fine.
To go find these people is by getting in a helicopter and flying down the rivers and roads and looking for SOS messages or people waving us down. And then we drop down and get them. We have all these people here. We have law enforcement, we have State Guard, National Guard. They have no way to go get these people. Yesterday, when I was at the Asheville airport refueling, which, by the way, the civilian is paying all this out of his own pocket. He's not even looking for a reimbursement. I think we did 4 refuelings yesterday. And that was like just in half a day's work. We're in Nashville, and I saw 2 Air Force helicopter 60s. And I knew they were PJs, just looking at them. And I went up to them, like, hey guys, like, what are y'all doing? And like, this is what you need to be doing, this is how I'm finding people. And they're like, we can't go. We're waiting on Title 10 orders. And I'm like, what? They can't get any authority. There's military helicopters all over here sitting on the ground, and they can't do nothing. Even my J.
Right. But remember,
Last
guys.
time I checked, we don't have a whole lot of songs that feature the cowbell.
I gotta have more cowbell, baby.
STC Poors subscribing with 12 months. I think you mean FEMA. FEMA posted telling to stop sending donations and help and volunteers, etc. Really? Is that really true? Because that's... Oh, why? Why? Oh. Fucking somebody put it up there, and then who was it? Was it, yeah, it was... Oh, no, it's Fettuccine El Poo Poo. All right, so I gotta do cowbell for STC Pours quick. 12 months with Prime. Thank you. All right, so level 1, we got our back burns down to 1. So now I got to do one more burn before I count any of these, so that way we can at least be on track. And apparently the conductor's out of music. Or steam. Conductor's out of steam. 2:30 away from 9:30, says Douglas W. Yeah, no, not even a little. We're, what's the goal, says Alt Companion. Alt Companion, the goal is, $40 on October 28th, so not that you're going to contribute, but if you want to throw in a super chat or a super sticker, those things will kick in when we hit the pay amounts and the auto payouts for YouTube and Rumble. But for right now on Twitch, everything that goes in today gets counted tomorrow, and everything that we make on Venmo and PayPal gets counted instantly. That's how we do it. That's what we do. Ba-doop, boop, ba-doop, boop. Bam. I know he wasn't really asking, but I figured there might be new people, and just, you know, why waste an opportunity? Huh? What am I? Some sort of douche? All right. Anyways, let's go ahead and do this. Supposedly. I mean, if videos like this circulate enough, Riding Dirty Llama, hopefully FEMA will get off their ass. But yeah. And I saw an article that someone was saying like that Matt Getz like voted to like cut FEMA funding right before this happened. And it's like, yeah, well, they're really proven to earn their money. But I bet you a lot of people are like, well, maybe they would work better if they were better funded. Like, yeah, because that's what you get from government bureaucracy. You get a better machine if you just pump more money into it. Mm-hmm. That lie stopped working after World War II.
Cashapp boys in Fayetteville, they can't get orders to come out here. It is just the most disgusting thing, and they're killing these people. And I don't know why they're doing it. I don't know what kind of conspiracy.
Because they're bringing in
so
others.
Many things, whatever you want to come up with. But they are literally allowing these people to fucking die in the mountains right now because we can't get helicopters.
All right. Now, the weird part is for me on this guy sounds exactly like somebody I know, but he looks nothing like that person. That person is a computer specialist and builds computers. And this person but they both kind of live in the same area. Well, wait, no, he's from Florida originally. Never mind.
They can't get orders to come out here. It is just the most disgusting thing, and they're killing these people. And I don't know why they're doing it. I don't know what kind of conspiracy. I've heard so many things, whatever you want to come up with, but they are literally allowing these people to fucking die in the mountains right now because we can't get helicopters. They got money for everything else in the fucking world right now, but if they could just get us helicopters, we could fly out there and rescue these people. So I hope this video goes viral. I hope these politicians get fired. I hope people get pissed off. They'll probably kick me out of the state of North Carolina for doing this, but you know what? I don't care, because if I can save one more life for it, it's fucking worth it to me.
Yeah, man, he's gonna... Oh, man. For some reason, I thought that said thick beard. Like, I was like, wow, I mean, yes, that is a remarkably deep brush. Like that's a big bush. Ooh. I'm a little jealous of that facial hair. I don't know, maybe after playing them video games, I've been becoming gay. Well, he did get to make his vampire player. I used a mod, all right? I did it the good Christian way. I cheated the game. But the game allows you to use mods, so it's not really cheating. Hype Train, 15 seconds left, 68% of the way through level 1. Thank you for that support. So one more controlled burn. And that hype train's going to end there. Thank you. God bless him. It's too hard to find him. I mean, his video got shared on Libs of TikTok, and that thusly got it promoted and publicized in multiple places, including on this little tiny show. Will anybody that matters see it on this show? I have no idea. Does anybody who matter watch this show? I hope not. God, no. Should have something better to do with your time. I mean, I'm fucking around. Oh, God. Speaking of fucking around, let's catch up with the Rumble chat. The Rumble chat, it's weird because they're not on the screen. It's like when I go to the show, it's almost like they just kind of like, and we'll just, like, we both just turn around and do our thing. And then I kind of, like, come back to, like, and how's the work going? And they'll be like, so. Let's see what we got here. I'm about to get kidnapped for $1. I don't know if I'm coming back, says King Kong Dong. When you're ready to accept the government wants us dead, then you can understand this BS, says Wild Saffron. Zeb the pilot, who the hell, yeah, I'm on it. Who said, hell, Zeb the pilot, who said, hell yeah, I'm on it. Dude, we got to reimburse you for gas. Fuck that, man. I don't give a shit. Fill the tank. Let's do this. I got a motherfucker on a hill. I'm going to rescue that bitch. They don't let me fly like this in commercial space normally. I'm about to pull some maneuvers you ain't fucking seen before. Y'all remember the show Airwolf? Was that a show or a movie? Fuck, I forget. I thought it was a show. Was Airwolf was a show. Airwolf was a show. I'm thinking of the Nicolas Cage one. That was the movie. Airwolf was the show about the helicopter. Both of these things make me boomery, though. Both of them. Shia, again, validating my opinion of the show. I am a boomer. All right, so I think that's it. That's it from this story. We don't have anything else about this. Oh, Jesus. What he's saying squares up with numerous other testimonies. Let's go over to this. If you're going to post this, leave my info out, please. I'm in the 82nd. Well, look, I'm going to say this. I understand why you would. But also, it does make it harder to be validated. Like, look, if you post this, please have me be anonymous. Like, all right. Well, I'm in the 82nd Airborne Station in Lafayette, North Carolina. We have guys in our unit with family in Western North Carolina that are trying to get to their family, guys who are asking to put in passes to go help any way they can. They're all getting told no. Meanwhile, we got briefed that we have to be on standby in case we need to support the Middle East. The people stuck need to know that we're trying, but our higher-ups aren't allowing it. Oh, dear Lord. For the Middle East. Right? For the Middle East. Because, guys, we might need... Look. Natural disasters and the people who get struck up by them, those come and go all the time. But we've been planning this whole military-industrial complex war thing to make a buck off the Middle East for a couple of decades for a while. You know? Trump came in, squirreled the things up a bit by kind of like, I don't want to invade Iran. And Iran's never done anything mean to me. My favorite reason for Trump, my favorite thing about disproving Trump myths is, and I hate Donald Trump, which is sad that I enjoy this. Or maybe it's a sign of a good thing. I don't know. But I don't really care for Donald Trump. But I love the fact that the reason he doesn't support the Heritage Foundation's Project 2025, any of that bullshit, is literally the most Trump reason ever. It's just because they said mean things about him, so he doesn't like them, so he doesn't support them. More helos for Ukraine. Right, Lab Glass? We need the manpower, we need the machinery, we need all that to stay here, just in case Uncle Benny needs us at a moment's notice. By the way, a lot of people decrying the attack that Iran has put on Israel, and we're actually going to talk about that in a little while. Like, oh, they attacked an embassy. Like, yeah, they attacked an embassy. Huh. Now you know what it feels like, dicks. You've done that a few times. Did they use pagers? Oh, I'm sorry. All right. Oh, Jesus. Oh, and so this woman, this woman blasted Joe Biden live on NBC. She said she has family that has been trapped in North Carolina for days and says FEMA is nowhere in sight.
I want to share with y'all some things you may not know about what's happening in the North Carolina mountains in the aftermath.
I know you're going to share with us a very, very important message. I know that. I'm trying to be respectful.
Of Helene. Here's number one. If you have friends or family that are headed into the mountains or who live there,
Cheer 100
the looting has picked
www.7777 7777 7777 7777 7777.
This was a perfect time for this.
7777.dododobobobogjibjibjub. I have crippling depression. Dododogo 99 bread baloobs.ww.
I'm just gonna fucking mute it. Jesus Christ, man. For 100 bits, that's real funny. Jesus. Why don't you give back the 250 channel point one? So anyone that watches it for like 20 minutes can... Yeah, no, screw that. Soft, move to the city. Never mind, I'm not going to say what I was going to say. What were we on? I got distracted by that for a second.
If you have friends or family that are headed into the mountains or who live there, the looting has picked up major steam. I was advised yesterday by a county sheriff to make sure that anybody out and about is carrying, and in his words, carrying with the safety off. There are very aggressive people out there, and I'm just going to go ahead and say this. It's not because they're necessarily awful. They're desperate. Desperate people do desperate things, y'all. And why are they desperate? Because there's no water in some of these communities. We have neighbors in North Carolina with no water. And all I can say is this: the government ain't coming to save you. Not now, not ever, because they don't care about you, the people, anymore. It is the citizens who are going to have to step it up.
Yeah, but the problem is, as we've already discussed, it seems like when the citizens step it up, we've got an issue. But then we also have another problem. Those same citizens are apparently all going to, keep a lot of the same people in power that keep the same things going. By the way, I want to be like, oh, if you want things to change, you better not vote for Kamala Harris. But it's like, let's be honest. At this point, is it an either party issue? I'd say shit's so messed up. Maybe we wipe the aisle clean with a broader broom. We just sweep it up a little bit more, and we just kind of restart the whole thing. Let's call the whole thing off. They're not camping, but I am, because I'm out of weed. Oh, wait, no, I'm not out of weed. I have one last little bit of weed in here. No, I refilled it completely. Do I know what I'm talking about? Not even a little. We have... what was it? We did our last controlled burn for that. We have one controlled burn to do from the hype train that finished at level 1. A vote for Kamala Harris is a vote to thin air. A vote for thin air. Oh, wow. Stop trying to read through the microphone. That's going to help. Los Federales, what up, motherfuckers? Hey, Los Federales, if you're just joining us, before you have to ask, in case you do, the reason why we don't have memberships currently available is because of a settings malfunction, snafu, between YouTube and Streamlabs. Excuse me. Now, I often bitch. Excuse me again. Fuck me running. I often bitch about Rumble having to be reset every day. Because it doesn't pair directly with Streamlabs. I have to make a custom link for it. YouTube doesn't have that because they're partnered with Streamlabs, and in their infinite wisdom, Streamlabs does not have a age-appropriate tab on their show prep sheet. So when you use Streamlabs to set up and launch your show, you have a problem with it doing that. So it's kind of an issue. And so because of that, we don't have the viewership hours. So it's going to be, I don't know how long. We fixed the issue from the main page. So now no video should be for under 18 and then allowable, and we'll be good. The police are ordered to stop the citizens. Yeah, we already covered that. Oh, Jesus. Or no, we did. It's just, okay. What the heck is going on? What? I love a big beard. Big beards aren't bad. Land crab maybe, yeah. If plans. All right. Okay. All righty. I don't know what they're talking about now. I'll do your whoa, easy landers. I don't want to. Rumble is sometimes its own beast, though. I think we can agree on that. So many dead bodies in the moved earth and debris. What? What's stupid is there's nothing to loot except mud and sediment and debris and disease and pestilence. I mean, like in some of the stores, maybe Rumble is a jungle.
Now, I got to tell y'all, I was floored yesterday by how my community, which is a little over an hour away from the affected areas, showed up at donation sites with water and diapers and formula and some liquid IV. I mean, y'all brought all kind of things, bleach,
baby formula, titty milk. I saw some nursing mothers that were just like popping them out wet nurse style. Like, I got a boob. I got an open tit. Who's got a kid? I got an open tit. Kids were pulling up to moms like EV pumps and just hook them up for a couple minutes. Let them recharge.
Vinegar. You are ready to help, and we're going to take more donations today, and we're so grateful for everything because I'm going to get it into the hands of actual volunteers. And I was asking people, like, why are you bringing it to me? Some of y'all don't even know me. And they said, well, we don't trust the relief organizations anymore. Y'all, we have lost our organizations to grifters. We have lost our organizations to liars. And so we have to rely on each other because that's how this country was built. This country was built patriot by patriot. And I can tell you this, as a realtor, I know my realtor.
Oh my God, hold on. I can tell you this, as a realtor, they will come first for the taxes, then they're going to come for you. They're going to come for your yards, y'all. They're going to say, hey, how about we take just about 10 feet off for a sidewalk on each side, y'all? And you're like, all right, then we're going to do that. Then we're going to come and we're going to beautify your neighborhood. We're going to gentrify it, y'all, and we're going to help you diversify. Then they say diversify, and that's code, y'all. They're going to bring in the darkies. No. No, ma'am. No. North Carolina was great, and now they are letting us all die so they can bring in them Haitian migrants from the southern borders. Chimney Rock Town is one of the many places that got wiped off the map. What? Wait, what? Now people are getting into serious stuff, and I'm joking around, so it's like two things happening at once. Lithium in North Carolina, says Landers. Is that true? Is there really a lot of lithium in North Carolina? Republicans and Democrats are already in talks about sending billions more to Israel and possible military support. Again, Landers, if that stuff happens, this is why again, where I'm like, Republicans and Democrats, this is where it's a institutional problem. The machine, the system, the institutions, it's like, no, I don't care about you guys. I want to do this thing. And it's like, that's when we got to maybe take a wrench to the fucking machine and fix it. You know what I mean? Like, tighten the loose parts. Just get the wrench on there and just tighten the loose parts. Snugging up the fasteners a bit. Razor board retirement plans. How else do I need to say it?
Mountains, and I have talked to them, and they know the neighbors too. So I am getting your donations into hands that are going to get it into hands, and everybody that sent me dollars, I got teams of shoppers out, and I got receipts to prove it, because we are not grifters. We are neighbors, and the patriots that are in the mountains, if you see this, if your family sees this, hear me now. You are not forgotten by the rest of North Carolina. And if you are not in North Carolina, then there are ways that you can give. But can I just remind y'all of something? You cannot eat money. You cannot drink money. So for those of y'all that thought money was your God, and by the way, that includes our freaking elected officials, it's not your God. Told my girlfriend this morning while we were talking about this during our run, I said, tell your...
All right. Now I have two questions. One. Please tell me you meant your girlfriend in the dating sense. Please tell me that that's what that means. I really, I mean, I don't mean it necessarily in this context, but I'm saying,
I pray to the highest heavens, Lord, please do not let this Becky get any purple-headed yogurt slinger from any man. Absolutely none.
Well, look, it's less of that and more like this gets a lot hotter if it's like, I am a deep Southern Baptist Republican lesbian, and I am telling you, you cannot trust the government. We say girlfriend down here. Shit! I was going to say, like, don't let it just be a colloquialism or just a general expression. Damn it, Bad Cuck Boys is just stomping my hopes and dreams. Oh... I was so close to a boner. Oh. I'm sorry, ma'am. You're doing something serious, and I'm being a dick. I'm being a dick. But you know what I'm not doing? I'm not playing trace your titties with my mouse cursor.
Not your God. Told my girlfriend this morning while we were talking about this during our run, I said, tell your children, 'cause she's got grown children, this is why you keep a stash of water on hand. This is why you keep a stash of food on hand. But for those of y'all that are not in affected areas, if you can take your donated items and send it to the mountains, then send it with a friend. Make sure you're sending truckloads so that we don't overload the roads, because our first responders are overwhelmed. By the way, thank you, Governor DeSantis, for doing more for North Carolina than North Carolina's governor has. I'm very grateful for your National Guard, because we have to help each other, y'all. And I'm going to tell you something. If you will share this with somebody who doesn't know what's happening in North Carolina, they need to know. They need to know that there are entire towns gone. Chimney Rock is gone, a beautiful town. Swannanoa, gone. Montreat, gone.
Montreal? They got that's not in North Carolina. That's not our... Oh, wait, Montreat. You want to go to a town? Ah, Montreat. Roy Cooper ain't doing shit, says Bad Cuck Boys. Bad Cuck Boys. Sorry. Yeah, I know. LMAO tracing boobies. I know, right? It's so hard not to. There is a way out, though. There is a way out. And sometimes the way out can be nicer. And that's the funny thing, because there is a way out, and I have it, but nobody knows it, because you can't see it. It's just for me. That's why it's the way out. All right. I swear, every time my cursor switches from a pointer to the one finger, because of emotes in these chats, I now think it's the middle finger every time. Like, my cursor's just going to go over here and just suddenly, like, I'm like, oh, I'm flipping the bird. All right, go.
Other towns damaged beyond repair. That means our geography has changed, our culture is at risk, but most importantly, our people, our generational people have lost their generational homes. This ain't about your granite countertops anymore. Listen, y'all, listen. Tell somebody how they can help. I am but one resource. There are people I know all over North and South Carolina that have been gathering up goods and trucks. Somebody as far away as Massachusetts putting a truck together. Let me know. I can connect you to where to take things. The Baptists are doing a great job out of Boone. Samaritan's Purse is on the ground. I trust those two organizations.
I get that that's an organization, but the phrase Samaritan's Purse is on the ground. Ladies and gentlemen, Samaritan's Purse is on the ground. Does anyone know whose Samaritan's Purse this is? Samaritan's Purse, just lying on the ground. Where's Samaritan? Her purse is lying on the ground. We found Samaritan's purse, just right there, on the ground. Nobody else, just me. Joe DeBucky, kaiju attack? No. If only.
I wish I had trust for more, because I don't trust this government, but I trust the people of North Carolina. Y'all, the biggest thing you can do, pray. Pray right now. Pray fervently that people will turn their hearts back to God, and pray for a hedge of protection around all those who have seen things they should never have to see. I'll tell you one more story before I hang up this video.
I'm sorry. But there is no... I appreciate this is where I'm like, official religions, you gotta relax, okay? There's no amount of prayer, literally zero amount of prayer that can ever allow society to unsee Dylan Mulvaney. There is no amount of prayer that can allow us to no longer have seen things like, I don't know, Alex Jones crying over the loss of his show. There is no amount of prayer that can undo some of the great tragedies that we've had to endure. Like the Dabbleverse. I don't know. I'm trying to come up with funny ones that, like, people can relate to. And now I'm spacing because I haven't been smoking weed. Like, that's when you know your depression is bad, when you're like, but do I want to smoke weed? Fuck it. No. What's it going to do anyway? All right. Riding Dirty Llama. No, I get it, Johnny. I hear you. Which one? The tracing the boobies, the hand switching to the finger, or you hear me on which one? I don't. But thank you for listening. Does Minnesota do weed delivery, says the Smokeout Prods. I don't believe so. I don't believe we have weed delivery. We have this is another one of the many reasons I don't care for Tim Walz. We have one of these weird systems where marijuana is legal, but it's illegal. So there are plenty of ways you can get arrested if you're distributing it, and then once you get arrested for that, that becomes a federal crime. Having a federal crime for drug possession makes the gun, like, you can't have guns. It's a whole slippery slope. It's really interesting how Minnesota set it up, and at this point, because I didn't know the stuff about China to the extent that I learned it China this morning. Was it this morning? Yeah, I thought it was this morning. And so, was it this morning, or is it? Oh, fuck no, I think it's our thing. I think it's our thing that I had learned. Jesus. Anyways. Either way, I don't believe Minnesota does weed delivery. I go to medicinal dispensaries and stuff because I have those options. Minnesota should invent Uber weeds, order weed and food. Problem solved, says St. Caesar. But then you know how big that order is going to be. And now someone's dropping. But then, like, you get someone who's buying a lot of herb and some food, and they'll be like, "Hey, man, I got like a bunch of extra tacos. How about I give you some nuggets?" And like, no, dude. Like, you could only do that job. You could only work for Uber. What would we call it? What did you call it, St. Caesar? Let me go over here and read it better. Was it St. Caesar or Ryan Lama? Who said it? Bret Hart. Nope, St. Caesar. Minnesota should invent Uber weeds. Order weed and food. Problem solved. Yeah, Uber weeds. We'll go with that. Uber weeds. Uber weeds won't work for one very, very simple reason. You would have to have every single driver be a pothead, because the only way you're getting tipped out is in weed. Like, people are... Smokeout Prods, it's going to happen. Upstate New York already has weed delivery. It'll be on Uber in a few years. Dank Dash says the Grand Poobah on over on YouTube. Oh, Twister. Oh, no. I've seen videos of people touring around the Appalachians, and they have been building extensive vacation communities all over. I see why they want to be there. It's beautiful, but it's ruining things. Right? That's the way it's always going to be. A beautiful place will always get ruined by people who are trampling all over it to go, oh, look how beautiful this is. Apparently, 09 Canyon is hunting for King Kong Dog 42. It's a number hunt. Who will get to who first? Redmen 20 has entered the chat. Michigan has delivery. Well, now I'm jealous. Now I want to live in a state shaped like a mitten, but only a little bit. I send truckload. Whoa. Dollar General. Easy now. Delivery. I'll tip my bud tender every time. Yeah, but do you tip Toastmaster? Do you tip your bud tender in bud, or do you tip your bud tender in money? You get to test what buds you want in the Ubers. How do you do that? How do you test what buds you get in the Uber? Oh, I don't know. Wild Saffron didn't even think about that. Wait a minute, what? Wait, hold on. I'm not sure. Damn it, I even asked the guy at the gas station. Asking people their username instead of their real name. What's happening in Minneapolis and not the rest of the state last night? Oh, there was 09 Canyon. That's what Minnesota is. Minneapolis, Duluth, and rocks and cows. Right? That's what Tim Walz sees. Again, I have a Tim Walz thing, so let's let her have her last 30 seconds that I keep interrupting. I don't even know why I paused this time.
I had a lady come to my donation site yesterday, and her grandson is 10 years old, living in the mountains with his mother, who works in a VA hospital.
Last time I
They're
checked,
getting
we
the
don't
kid
have a
out
whole
today
lot
to
of
get him
songs
home
that
because they
feature
can
the
find.
cowbell.
I gotta have more cowbell, baby.
I'm hung like a donkey, hee haw.
I almost... Luckily, I waited on that. All right, let's... You know what? And just in general, I've eaten and stuff. I don't need the last little bit of coffee there. Let's save that for an emergency. We have 2 hours left in the program. Thank you, Saint RN, 28 months subscribed to this channel. That is immense. Thank you so much. Cowbell coming in for Saint RN, 28 months. Heyo. Alrighty then. Name that quote. Okay, wow. What a jackass.
Finally get him out, and they're worried because he has seen things he should never have to see. When you have children that are seeing bodies on...
Okay, fuck. I'm a horrible person.
Finally get him out, and they're worried because he has seen things he should never have to see.
He has seen two men filleting each other because one of them wants to become a vampire. He has seen...
with his mother, who works in a VA hospital. They're getting the kid out today to get him home because they can finally get him out, and they're worried because he has seen things he should never have to see.
He has seen the entire WWE documentary on Netflix. He has seen... He is... No, we're not doing that one. All right. This is serious. I'm sorry.
When you have children that are seeing bodies on the ground and towns gone, we're going to have to answer for that one day, y'all. Please pray. Please do something. And for those of y'all that have already done something, I can't thank you enough.
Well, don't thank me, because what I'm doing is absolutely minimal. Absolutely minimal. Don't thank me. I'm drawing attention to it. I'm too poor to donate anything. What do you want me to give you? I got some clothes. You want me to do that? Like, let's get some clothes together. Let's send some. How do you do? Actually, shit. No, winter clothes might not be a bad idea. Well, tell them to get off. Smug on Prods does not have a whole lot of sympathy. That is aggressive. She has to have a point. Like, we're making jokes and being dicks. You and your weird vampires fetish, don't you know that's necrophilia? Is it a fetish? Is it necrophilia to want to be a vampire? That's the thing. See, like, I've always enjoyed, like, from the character persona of, like, classical vampires. I mean, it depends what type of vampirism we're talking about here, but I mean, like, the Interview with a Vampire, so to speak, vampires. Like, we'll go with that. Just in general, like, if you're telling me I could do that for a while, I'd totally be down for that. You mean I get to just kick around until I decide I don't want to anymore, and then I either just go to sleep forever or get someone to stab me through the heart with a stick? You know, just get someone to kebab me like a sandwich with a toothpick, or and that's another thing that I have to ask. So if you can be killed by a wooden stake piercing your heart, what if someone whittled it down to the size of a toothpick? But they could still land that heart puncture thing with it. Would it still work? Would it still work? John Doe, The Lost Boys. See, like, The Lost Boys would be totally fine. Vampirism, I saw that on a bumper sticker at Hot Topic. I love ruining the movie Twilight for women by telling them choice between necrophilia and bestiality. Right. But that's a different thing. That's more of who will she fall in love with? Will she fall in love with the vampire or the werewolf? And and the insults to vampires in that. But what if I'm not the good guy? No, like literally everything about me is supposed to draw you in. No. Parts of that make sense, like being alluring, like sparkling in the daylight. No. Oh, again, you know what I am not going to do? I am not going to get into a discussion on the basis of vampire lore, vampire mythology, and mythos. We are not doing that on this because that is a level of nerd that nobody wants to see. So don't. Abraham Lincoln Vampire Slayer. Dude, that's still pretty okay with me. It has to be wood. Steel won't work, says Rabbit. Well, no, but I mean, like, if it's a toothpick, if it's the size of a toothpick. Like, could you literally, like, say, kind of go up to a vampire, like as a ploy, and have like a holy toothpick on your plate? Like you just finished eating a sandwich and you got a pickle. And there's a toothpick on the plate. The vampire comes up and they don't think you know, but you know. They come up and you check really quick by using your cell phone app or a mirror you have handy, whatever, and they figure out, this is a motherfucking vampire, and just bam, you just get them with the toothpick. If it doesn't snap, you can get the whole thing in there. Boom, you got to blow dart it in. Now we're coming out with the toothpick rules. Vampire hunting toothpick rules. This is interesting. Vampires garlic myth is some bullshit. The garlic myth, cloves of garlic and things like that come from, oh God, this is why I didn't want to do this, because I don't know all of the, if I go down the list, maybe I'll remember it properly. All right, so, what is it? The fangs and the fingernails come from the fact that when you die, your skin and your gums recede, so your canines accentuate, all your teeth kind of malform. But it can give the look like your teeth yeah. So, Vampire Apocalypto, I'm in. You know what? We're not doing, I just said we're not doing this, and I literally started doing it. Toothpick, wood is wood. Well, that's what I tell her anyway. Thank you, bird collector. Evening establishment, says Atomic Ray. Alrighty. All right. Let's close that out there. I think we got that one. Got that one good and done. Look how the head vampire died in The Lost Boys. The grandpa crashed through the house, and a wooden stick piece from the house's frame went through his heart, and he died. But yeah, it was a piece big enough to obliterate his heart. Like every time you see the wooden stake thing, no matter what they make it out of, it's still a stake big enough to pierce the heart. The question that I have is, what if it's really tiny? Like, that's the thing that didn't make sense with Blade. Like, with Blade, like, they're like, we have to use silver. That's the only way to kill vampires. We have to use a silver stake. And it's like, does it have to be a giant stake? What if it's like a needle? Like, you're all kung fu, Japanesey sword, woohoo shit. Like, what if it's just like, you just... Seems quicker and easier. All right. I have a story about the University of Rhode Island flying an adult performer to from Las Vegas to speak at the school sex forum where students watched porn. Jesus Lord. I don't even know that, like, I mean, they scribbled things out, but I still don't know that I want to go into that. You think a female vampire says, bribing staked, I've had a bigger. Saint Aran, I think you might have. Bram Stoker, the book was awesome. The movie, says Mr. Q. Yeah, the movie was lame and gay. I don't know. And I think based on the damage inflicted, you have to destroy the heart, not just puncture it, says the Smokeout Prods. Okay, so now we've got some interesting rules. That I like it. You have to destroy it, not just damage it. You got to just not just pierce this motherfucker. You got to friggin' put a hole in that thing. It's the part that can't regenerate. Okay, so I get what you're saying. You need circulating blood to regenerate the heart area, but the heart's gone, so it can't do it. So, because that is the weird thing, because you're dead, but when you open up your veins for people to drink your blood, it's always pouring out. Like, because they always slit their wrists, and a lot of times they do it in the worst way. The cross. But it always gushes, and it's like, well, if you're dead, you're weird. Okay, I don't want to think about the gay vampires. Okay. Saint Laurent. Oh yeah, keep sucking. Okay, if you stab the heart, you become the captain of the Flying Dutchman. Vampire Dead and Loving It is the best, says Smoke Up Rods. Actually, it's I believe it's Dracula Dead and Loving It, but yeah. Dracula Dead and Loving It is pretty good. But that's coming from someone who thinks like a lot of Mel Brooks movies were entertaining, but I'm I guess in the minority. I don't know if I want to go into this or not. Like, this is upsetting in a way, and I kind of want to cover it, but with what we just covered and everything else, I don't want to go into this stuff because, I mean, it's going to be more speaking to the crowd. Like, hey guys, look, I've got more proof of more creepy, weird LGBTQ shit and sexuality being pushed on education. At least this time it's higher education. Like, it's a university, so I guess they're adults, but all right. I'm sure you had a lot of dudes sign up for that class. We want you to watch porn with a porn star. Oh, and she's going to talk about sex. Like, oh yeah, I better join this. We could go into Tim Walls. I heard he has some interesting friends. That story's been talked about. I don't want to go into his interesting friends part. We have other clips of him that I was going to do. Couple in Rogers, Arkansas faces serious charges for allegedly trying to sell their 2-month-old baby at a campground, according to the Benton County Sheriff. Oh my God, this was in Arkansas. I was going to say, Jesus. Darian Urban, 21, and Shailene Ellers, 20, attempted to give away their child in exchange for a 6-pack of beer and later for $1,000. Oh, dear Lord. And if anyone wants to make assumptions, I just will probably dissuade you of those now. Yeah, meth heads, total meth heads, if you didn't know. I'm guessing you're fucking, oh, we can get rid of this baby. We'll make another one. Hell, that was the fun part. God damn you. This is, again, where I'm like, some people should not be having children. Like, some people should not be allowed to be able to procreate. Like, they shouldn't be allowed to accidentally knock somebody up. Spay and neuter your people. All right, let's see. Dude, we'll get rid of that one. Taylor Renz leaving the Washington Post. Do we have the clip of it? Was there a clip? No, there wasn't. So you know what I'm not going to really do? Oh, well, I have to cover it a little bit. We publicized it. Wow, their baby. Yeah, a 6-pack of beer first and then $1,000. At least they realized the baby's value it went up. At least they realized, later, at least the longer they have the kid, they're like, hey, you know what? This thing's an investment. It's technically growing and maturing. It's worth more than a 6-pack now. That's why I was holding off on that sip. I knew leaning back like that was going to suck. Fucking told you. But did you listen to me? No. Because you never do. All right. Their baby was probably an accident. John Doe, not only was their baby an accident, they are not fit to be parents. They are not fit to be parents. And Terrence's parents have a real nice marriage. Their baby was... that kid costs less than a Yorkie, says Lexi. Dale, where'd you get that baby? I bought it. What do you mean you bought it? 2 dumbasses sold it on the corner for a 6-pack. I didn't even know what they had. I wouldn't have given it up for nothing less than a John Deere and a bag of meth. Fucking Jesus. It's just, again, you can't save people. When it comes to, like, that lady, like, we have to come back together as a society. And No. I realize you're talking with fondness about a time you've never experienced. But something you have to understand. Human society has generally been dog shit. But it's always had to coexist and get along to get along. But now it's getting to a point where it doesn't have to, and it's all falling apart because technology is letting everything get out of control. It's going to be fun. By fun, I mean horrifying. John Deere and a bag of meth. Right, dude? I'm telling you, man, this lady didn't know what she had. I mean, yeah, sure. I bet, like, I looked her up and down. Like, I'm going to be honest. I bet even after popping out that kid, you give it a couple weeks, that's probably going to be a tight cooter, you know what I mean? Like, but I'm betting you could probably pop another 5 or 6 out of there. But I mean, still, you really going to be in there like, hey, man, the first one, that's the Model A, all right? That's the classic. You got to stick with that. Oh, Rabin, y'all heard about this? That is so weird. To be honest, the baby was lucky. Guess about having parents like that. Yeah. Yeah. Like I said, kid's lucky. I don't know what The fangs, when extended, would be extra grippy, says Saint RN. I don't know what that means. I'm going to pretend I didn't read that. Digger420 just joined us saying, hi, friends. Hi, Digger420. Good to see you up on the screen. Hi, Kim Farnham. I didn't know Farnham was here either. Farnham saying hi, Lexi. So it's right in there. I need to catch up with the chat on the screen. John Deere and a bag of meth. John Deere and a bag of meth. At least it will grow up with plenty of dysfunction to make him, her, /it funny. Well, it's got a brilliant start. It'd be funny if every time they see their kid, like, they keep trying to associate with their kid throughout their life, and they keep trying to buy their kid back. So they go up to, like, whoever's watching the kid now, like, whether it's the system or not, and they're like, all right, all right, all right, not $1,000? Okay, I can get you lifetime passes to Six Flags and $2,000. Next week, they're coming back with that and a bunch of copper pipes. They just keep adding to it. Just something interesting. I don't know. It's like pancakes. The first one is just a test run, says 09 Canyon. With parents like that, I'd take my chances on the purchasers. Thank you, West Coast Patriot Girl. I had to think about that for a minute, and then I got it. And yeah, just be like, look, man, I'm going to be honest. I found out when I was an adult that my parents bought me for pretty much just, for $1,000. They picked me up for $1,000. It was originally going to be a 6-pack of beer, but they got hard sold, and $1,000. And they question the investment to this day. And me, I'm thinking, if my parents were willing to sell me for $1,000, I probably did better. You are saying this from the back of a cop car, son. Everything you say can and will be used against you in a court of law. So, yeah, I don't know. Everyone knows, just say the nanny took her while you were working at Disneyland. Or do you mean say the nanny took her while you were staying at Disneyland? Like the nanny at Disneyland? I don't know. Now I'm not sure. All right. I'm not sure where Smoke Out Prods is going with that. I have... Wow, King Kong Dong. Oh, man. They're stupid. I'd have given them the case of beer and $1,000, says 09 Canyon. Digger 420, it's up Rumblers with parents like that. I read that one. It's like pancakes. The first one has a test run. I have 3 crotch goblins, says King Kong Dong. Well, if that's true, then I keep saying I love my daughter and she's the greatest and she's perfect and she's a miracle. But if what they're saying is true, then apparently. But now, does it have to be... So now here's the question. How much does test run does it count? Is it a test run if the cooking surface is new? Or is it a test run if the batter is new? Or is it only a test run if both are new? Like if you've never made any pancakes with your batter, is it still a test run the second time out if you're using a different flat top or a pan? So can you say I worked in a kitchen? But what if you but again, say what if you're using the same cooking surface but it's a new batter? You got like fresh batter. You know what I mean? Los Federales, my first priority in life is as a father to keep my daughter away from the pole. Los Federales, I feel like not enough people realize that is such a sexist message. And that is so disgraceful. You should keep your son and your daughter from the pole. Look, my daughter ain't dancing around no poles, and my son ain't smoking no poles. You smell what I'm selling. You capiche? Why does that keep sneaking in there? I have no idea. I think it was that clip of that douchebag we watched earlier. Yeah. Assholes like that stick around. It's all in technique, Johnny. Oh, shit. Smoke Out Prod said something. Now I got to catch up with the chat. See, the chat's going faster. Lexi knows get out of jail free card. Wait, what? What get out of jail? At least it will grow up with plenty. Yep. Uh-huh. It's a Casey Anthony joke. Oh, okay. Johnny, would you ever get a gum job from a decent lady, or is that a complete pass for you? Look, man, with to date pretty much one blaring exception, just not really an oral person. There's one person that's broken that rule, and that's, other than that, so far there's one exception. So I'm going to say probably don't want a gummer. Johnny is on fire today. Shit, we need an extinguisher. Water, where? Oh, Oh, fuck me. I shouldn't have leaned into that bit, physically and metaphorically. Oh. Oh, that's where the corner of the stairs caught you, right on the spine, isn't it? Right there, right between the old shoulder blades. Oh, boy. All right, so we're going on Twitch, YouTube, and Rumble for another hour and a half. Thank you for being here. We love seeing all you guys. If you've just joined us and you're questioning why YouTube does not have memberships, it's because I didn't enable a setting because I didn't know I needed to. And long story short, because of a stupid loophole, it's going to be a little while before we get those memberships. That kind of sucks. Don't they have the 6-pack as the deposit too? Look, I'm serious about this grand, you guys. To prove how serious about this grand I'm going to give you for that baby, I'm willing to leave this entire 6-pack of Keystone Light right here with y'all. Right now. Like I'm telling you right now, you go ahead, open them, crack them, drink them, put them down. Why? Because I'm going to come back with the $1,000 for that baby. And I ain't going to need that deposit back. Not one bit. In fact, you should be so sloshed by the time I get back that there is not one of those cans left. You should be drinking them like an... I was going to make a joke that would both be really funny, but then, maybe later. All right, loopholes are meant to be fucked, says Los Federales. You into edibles at all or just smoke? Los Federales, until a while ago, in fact, my buddies at Hemponics, until they told me this. Shit, I need to promote them. I haven't been promoting them. Has anyone asked what kind of beer it was? Oh, fuck, I closed the article. I don't think it said. It did not specify the beer. Just the couple was willing to part with their child for $1,000 in a beer. Let's see if we can. Here, we'll mute the audio here and we'll double check. Where is? Nope, that was it. There. It was one of those. It was one of those. Okay. $1,000 and a beer. Authorities were alerted when a concerned individual reported that the baby appeared to need medical attention. Emergency services took the infant to a hospital. An affidavit reveals that the Ellers expressed her intent to surrender the baby, citing difficulties managing the child alongside 3 dogs. Oh, my God. The affidavit reveals that the baby was handed over to a man at the campground who inquired if he could, quote, have the baby overnight in exchange for a 6-pack of beer. The man, appearing heavily intoxicated during his conversation with authorities, expressed concern for the baby's welfare. Thank you for making me go back to the article. There were apparently a couple of more pieces of meat on that bone, and whether you guys knew it or not, you sniffed them out and you told me to go back and get them. Jesus Christ. Oh, God, I said it right as Kin Farmham typed it on. It came up on my screen here. It says it right here. It says, Jesus Christ. Fucking. Officer, I don't know if you know this or not, and don't be too surprised, but I'm a little drunk. And I don't think I should be watching this baby. So if you could take this, adorable little, what's your name? Yep. Does this feel cold to you? We'll call you Pecker. We'll call you Pecker. See, officer, we're going to name him Pecker. I don't even know if it's him, but we're going to name him Pecker. That way, if anyone wants to see my kid, I can look at him. Officer. You know what I'm going to say? You know what I'm going to say, officer? I'm going to say, you want to see my Pecker? No, officer, I'm not drunk. I'm not drunk at all, Ossifer. I would like to you enjoyed seeing Pecker? Let me ask you. You want to see my Pecker again? Don't call my friend a baby, says the smoke out frauds. Sir, do you mind telling me what you're doing with that baby? Baby, go fuck yourself. He's the sober cab. Yeah, that's right. He's gonna drive home. I love that apparently the voice of reason was that of the drunkard who offered the six beers down deposit for the child. And again, the mother feeling overwhelmed with the needs of care for the child alongside 3 dogs. Why do you and this other waste of space have 3 dogs and a baby? I feel like in the course of 9 months for that baby to go from, oh, I apologize, to, and it's a baby, you didn't at any point go, hey, some of these things need to... Ooh. The baby's the designated driver, right? That's the way you got to do it. 34, 24, 36. What are you talking about? JB Contrarian and everyone else, I'll never forget the drive home with my oldest. I wanted to murder everyone that got close to my Jeep. Wait a minute. 09 Canyon. All right. I can't, my mom was just tired by the time I was born. Holy Jesus. All right. I'm going to, all right. I don't want to know. Now I gotta stop reading the chats. Scroll back and read my jokes, says Los Federales. All right. You into edible? All right. Has anyone ever asked what kind of beer it was? Coors Light. That's my bet. Here's a messed up joke. Ready? What's the difference between a 12-year-old and Japan? I've never been. Oh, God, no. Go back and read my joke. Jesus. Like, I'm wondering if that's what Kim Farmham was saying Jesus Christ to, not the story. Never been so drunk I wanted a baby, says Smoke Out Prods. Well, I mean, if you're drunk enough and someone's selling one. I mean, I didn't go out looking for a baby, but I I couldn't turn down a deal. You know what I mean? They're like, hey, you want to buy this baby? And I was like, well, I was tired of carrying beer anyway. Yep. I love pragmatist drunk dad that's just like, hey, you know what? I can take care of that kid. At least till the cops show up. And again, he's the one who surrendered the baby for its welfare to the police officer. Excuse me, officer. Look, now, I don't know which one of you I'm talking to, because you keep weaving in and out of each other like some sort of weird ghost from Christmas past. But this baby, where'd I put it? Oh, shit. Does anyone see oh, there it is. Oh, there it is. On the hood of your car. You already got it good. So that baby, look, I found it. By which I mean I paid those 2 dumbasses. Yep. A 6-pack of beer, and they want $1,000. I don't have it, so I'm thinking you should look after the kid and get me back my beer. Smoke Out Prods. I was typing ferociously. Sorry, I tried to warn you before you read it. Oh. It ain't the story, but the joke. Yeah, the joke was really kind of gross, and I would have like wiped the chat, but it's already gone. Yeah, I mean, like, jokes and everything. Like, that's, I don't know, man. I don't know if I need those jokes. I'm just saying, I don't. Is this the real? I'm not sure this is the real Los Federales, though. So we'll. I don't know. At any rate.
Cheer 100 here is 100 bits. I
Thank
obviously can't think of any creative messages today. Sorry for earlier, Johnny.
It's not that the message earlier wasn't creative. It's just that bit went on way too long. And so we had to mute it at one point. All right, so authorities alerted the individual reported the baby appeared to need medical attention, emergency services, infant, blah, 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 blah. Affidavit reveals the baby was handed over to a man at the campground who inquired if he could have the baby overnight for a 6-pack of beer. The man appeared to be heavily intoxicated during his conversations with authority, expressed concern for the baby's welfare. Authors allegedly told the man she couldn't handle the baby and was difficult. Managing 3 dogs and a baby was difficult, and offered to surrender the baby for $1,000. Authorities later obtained a letter signed by the parents stating, I, Darian Urban, and Shalene Ellers are signing over our rights to redacted of our baby boy redacted for $1,000 on 9/21/2004. The couple reportedly signed the letter agreeing to the exchange, which included a disclaimer stating that they would not change their minds or make contact afterward. During questioning,
Cheer 100 steel toe merch idea. Stress balls with Aaron's face on them.
all right, yeah, do that on during the Steel Toe show. Like, I was reading a story and I don't want to talk. Like, I'm in the middle of doing a story about people fucked up, and I'm in the middle of doing that, not paying attention, and yeah, just thank you for the 100 bits. The couple reportedly signed the letter agreeing to exchange, which included a disclaimer saying they would not change their minds. During questioning, they claimed that the baby was undergoing an adoption process, but investigators discovered a video of them signing the letter indicating otherwise. What the fuck? The witnesses described the baby as having, oh, Jesus, severe diaper ass and unpleasant odors. Urban and Ellers were arrested. Their bail set at $50,000. Hey, $50,000? I think you mean 49. Now, let's be honest. They've got at least $1,000 to spare. Oh wait, did they spend it all already? What do you think you could get for $1,000? I bet you it'd be a down payment on a John Deere and a bag of meth. That's gonna have to be a sound drop later.
Cheer 100.
Thank you, Egg Picker. Did Johnny say severe diaper ass? No, I said severe diaper rash. Severe diaper rash. Severe diaper. Sterilize those two right now. Right? Look, I'm not for forced procedures on people. I don't think people should undergo abortions if they don't want to. Even if they're like, your life is in danger. Well, I don't care. I want to try and have this baby. Like, but you're a guy. We don't even know how you got pregnant. Hey, man, fucking the movie Twins. It's coming real. I don't give a shit. Maybe it's just it's a burrito baby. I ate it. I ate at a Mexican restaurant. I'm going to have a real good shit later. It's 78 Keurigs. But look, my point is, I don't like people having medical procedures forced on them. But I do think, like, overall, I think if you're a guy and you're serious about the whole like, oh, I'm not okay with abortions. That's not okay. Blah 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 blah. There's always another way. Like, you want to put it in a bag? All right. You want to get a snip? So what are you willing to do? She has to put in, an IUD, more like an IED. Normally, it just blows that shit up. But she's got to do that. Okay, good to know. Look, I'm not saying she shouldn't. She wants to get she wants to get the fucking tubes tied or whatever. Cool. But I'm saying if you're really like anti-abortion unless you're in the situation that you're not gonna, fornicate until you say I do. And yeah. Kayla saying happy Wednesday, Johnny. Well, happy Wednesday to you, Kayla. I tilt my 21-year-old when he was 15 that abortion is still on the table. Oh, told. Jesus, if I would have just looked down at the other line while reading the first one, I wouldn't be stupid. Anyways, yes, thank you for the support today. We have an hour and a half left in the show. If you want to throw anything in on Twitch, YouTube, and Rumble, we'd appreciate it. Feel free to hit us up on Twitch, YouTube, Rumble, PayPal, Venmo, all of those. I don't think we have any thank yous to throw out. We're just checking quick before we get back to it. Yes, that's still me. I didn't link them in the chats anyway. So, yeah. Do we give a shit? I don't know. Maybe it'll all be my fault this time. Nice guy. Oh, yeah, dude. Dream Machine UK is live. I got to get in touch with Jimmy. And thank you. Good point to do this right now. This upcoming Monday, we're doing Mikey Two Milk's mixtape show. Excited for that on Twitch. All right, Rusty Grammar, I don't know why you deleted Kayla's message. Happy Wednesday, Johnny. What's wrong with Kayla's message? You go, oh, shit. Al, they could hear you. That's gross. They noticed and I didn't. That's when it's sad, man. But I am so sterilized. I'm so sterilized to it that it's just, I don't even realize it's happening. Whoops, fat fingered that, Kayla. My bad. Happy Wednesday to you too, says Rusty Grammar. It's all good. As long as nobody's timed out or anything. Does MA and Medicaid cover vasectomies? I feel like it should, says Onan Canyon. It does not. This is something I know for a fact because I found out recently. No, it does not. It 110% does not. And I don't know how much I feel like it should, but yeah, I'm certainly a lot more comfortable with government money going to vasectomies than I am for government money going to like prisoners' transitions, gender transitions. I feel like one of those things is a lot more short term than the other. So you're kind of one and done. I mean, how many times do you get your balls snipped? Once, maybe twice. You get your balls snipped twice, and you're like, all right, we're not reattaching these at this point, right? At this point, they are now becoming decorative eggs hanging from my sweaty meat sock. That's all it is. Rusty Grammar, my screen protector is cracked. So is mine, but my screen protector is named DeMarcus. What do you mean he's cracked? All right. I'm a horrible person. All right. They exchanged. Yeah. So again, those people, horrible pieces of shit. We're done with that. Oh yeah, that's a 2-second thing we're going to talk about. Taylor Lorenz officially leaving the Washington Post. It's very, very funny because she's kind of been a cunt a bit. Tech culture columnist Taylor Lorenz is striking out on her own, exiting the Washington Post to launch her own publication on the Substack platform. Lorenz is launching User Magazine, which will, quote, cover technology from the user side. It's about who has the power on the internet and how that power is being wielded, she says. Oh, boy. Oh, no. So what is she saying? Why is she leaving the Washington Post? According to her, I just wanted to get out of legacy media. I feel like it's just really, really difficult to do the kind of reporting that I want to do on the internet within these kinds of older institutions as a primary job. Yeah, these old internet institutions. You realize you're like, what? Isn't she like in her mid-30s or 40s? Kin Farmham saying, I can't remember why I don't like Taylor Lorenz. Well, don't worry. After we read her reasons for wanting to leave, we'll remind you. And then we'll read a reason why she probably is leaving. All right. So let's go. Let's go with this. All right. So I just want to get out of legacy media. I feel like it's just been really, really difficult to do the kind of stories and reporting I want to do in these kinds of older institutions. Lorenz tells the Hollywood Reporter in an interview, I like to have a really interactive relationship with my audience. I like to be very vocal online, obviously, and I just think that all of that is really hard to do in the roles that are available at these legacy institutions. Guys, so she wasn't being interactive enough. Here's why you might not like Taylor Lorenz. This is right at I don't know if this is right after. No, yeah, this is right after she doxed the owner of the Libs of TikTok account. She posted this on her TikTok. This is like the day or two after she doxed somebody. Like, and I don't mean doxed somebody like she said who this person was and this person like had nothing to do. No. This person had made themselves a large public figure, and she literally got annoyed with this person to the point where she said, yeah, but this is who this person is. Which also really didn't work out for her in the long run. But anyhow, this is right after she doxed the lady, like the day after she doxed the lady from Libs of TikTok.
A bunch of people are asking if I'm going to write about the West Elm Caleb story. No, I'm on book leave. I can't keep writing pieces for the New York Times. I literally do have a lot of deadlines. But journalists who are writing about it, please speak to people with experience in online harassment. I'm not going to lie, I've been pretty horrified by a lot of the media coverage of this. A lot of people are just aggregating some of the cruelest commentary online and whipping it all up into a news story with absolutely no comment from Caleb or nuance about the situation.
You realize that's a lot of what you've done. No offense, Toots. I get it. Compared to me, especially today, you're a lot easier on the eyes. And compared to my cat, he's easier on the voice. Or the ears, I guess. But yeah, they're just sharing aggregates without it. Okay. Remember, like less than or around somewhere in the realm of 24 hours earlier, you doxed somebody. Like flat out said, hey, you know this account that gets a lot of attention? Well, I don't have anything I can say to clap back at them, so this is who runs that account. This is the name and face behind that account. And I don't know, did we also give out her home address? I don't remember if that was in there too. But I do remember her recount of the story was that like she felt threatened and her safety was threatened.
The top story on Google yesterday was literally this House Beautiful story that doxes Caleb, puts his full name in the story, zero comment from this man. After this whole article gleefully encourages this online harassment and doxing campaign, they literally use him to sell West Elm furniture through affiliate links. Once again, commercializing a harassment and doxing campaign. I think the media needs a total wake-up call in the way that they cover online harassment, and this is just the latest example of it. And reporters should be adding nuance, not just piling on.
Again, you doxed someone not even 24 hours ago. So that's my biggest issue with Taylor Lorenz, is she is a blatantly stupid, hypocritical liberal cunt. Like when you think of people that say libtard, like she's a libtard. Like fucking Uber Trumpers or the MAGA hat Republicans. You can always find the worst part about Al, how much sex do you need in a fucking 3-hour period, man? I'm just asking, can I have an hour? An hour and 15 minutes? Can you put your dick away for fucking 1 hour? Jesus Christ. I'm sorry, fucking... What, you weren't getting enough attention? You literally dragged the dog over here. See, you should donate money for this. This is where people should be throwing in bits. Like if this were a stage, they'd make it rain. I'm gonna make it rain. Yeah. Yeah, dude. No. There's your hump dog over there. Go fuck it over there. Jesus Christ. Sources say Lorenz is ready to eat a big old dick meat sandwich. Jesus, smoke out. Jesus. All right, so that's why she's saying that that she got or that's why she's saying she's leaving because she can't do the kind of stuff. She can't be as interactive with her audience. But she went out there and that happened. But it looks like she may have been forced out, not quite walked. Lorenz's decision to leave the Washington Post and launch her own publication comes a month after NPR reported that the newspaper planned to review an incident involving a photo she shared on her Instagram. Oh no. Oh boy. Do you guys want to see the photo she shared on her Instagram? I'll let you answer that in the chat while I finish reading this. Despite Taylor Lorenz's denial that she added the caption in question, 4 people who saw it on her private Instagram story verified its authenticity to NPR. All right, so you guys want to see No, worse than that. Okay, so now this is Taylor Lorenz, the same person who has had like the same person who the Washington Post has covered up for her lying and they've been caught covering up for her lying and everything else. So she's finally done with them and Legacy Media and she's moving on, and it has nothing to do with the fact that, again, NPR, if that doesn't sink in for you, NPR got a hold of this story, publicized it, and got it out there. This is apparently a real Taylor Lorenz snapshot of her at a function with Joe Biden, war criminal frowny face. Oh boy. Oh, and again, verified. Also, what a dumb cunt. What a dumb cunt. You're wearing a fucking mask. Why? Are you sick? Jesus. Nobody else, even the fucking senior citizen who's currently apparently the president of the United States, even Grandpa back here, he's not wearing a mask. If he's not worried about them breathing on him and him dying, what does that say about you? How weak are you that Grandpa shits his pants here is apparently more firm and more stable than you? How bad is your immune system? Should you be in a bubble right now? You should be in a bubble. You should be in a bubble. You should be in a bubble. She's still wearing the mask, for fuck's sake. Yeah, I don't know when this picture was taken. August 14th, 2024, according to this. Or this whole thing came out on August 14th. So somewhere around this summer. But yeah. Apparently there's a gnat in here. Somewhere around this summer is still way too soon. No. You should, Jesus, like someone else said, for fuck's sake, you're still wearing the mask. But yeah, she called out She called out Grandpa Joe as a war criminal. Uh-oh, she's wearing a mask to prove she's not Republican. At this point, I think you wear the mask only if, like, unless you have an actual, like, cold that you're trying not to spread, you only wear the mask if you're delusional. Alucard? Enough. This fucking cat today. All right, so yeah, just you don't wear a mask. But yeah, so apparently going and doxing people online, that's not enough to get you canned. Doing a lot of other shit isn't enough to get you canned. Hell, they'll lie for you to the point where their cover-ups of you becomes a conspiracy that gets covered as a story. But the minute she circulates a picture, oh, war criminal. And like, don't get me wrong, it's the one time I've agreed with Taylor Lorenz. The time that got her canned. The one time. Fall in the grate. Yeah, Kitty, lay that pipe. Look. He apparently needed to, okay? Apparently, let's just say the dog has not been accessible for a little while. I guess he's had a little bit of stuff to work out. Somebody wasn't feeling like getting up to move his fuck toy around. So it was perhaps, say, on a stool or ottoman that one would use for their feet, and he is too lazy or old to jump up there and get it down and hump the shit out of it. So he hasn't had any good whatever for a few days. You know what? I don't care. Why are we so concerned about his habits? I'm just glad he didn't do it this morning. Thank Christ. That would have been a horror. That would have been a shit show. If I was sitting in the ER, I would wear a mask. Right there. Yeah, but when you're in like the halls of Congress and you're taking a snooty Snapchat, Instagram, whatever fucking picture quick, and then you're going to add that stupid war criminal frowny face. Yeah, because that'll do it. You called him a war criminal. It'll all stop now. It stops the minute you call him a war criminal. Blah, 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 blah. So, all right. So, this is the article. This is the one that I was talking about. So I didn't know this, and it's something that I think should be reported on a lot more because it makes a lot of fucking sense. Like, just in how he likes to do things. A lot of people sit there and they say, oh, Donald Trump fanaticized and romanticized, like, strong men and authoritarians because that's the kind of leader he wants to be. Well, apparently, Tim Walz, he really likes China. So much so that Tim Walz... September 30th of 2024. Oh, September 30th. So as recently as September 30th? That's not that far. Breaking. Chairman Comer is subpoenaing DHS after whistleblower reveals information on Governor Walz's ties to CCP, by which we don't mean OCP, Omni Consumer Products. No. We mean CCP, the Chinese Communist People's Party, the CCPP. I get why they didn't put two P's on it, but I get it. But at the same time, the CCPP sounds better. I mean, are you with the CCPP or are you against the CCPP? Monday, Johnny Monday. What? Whatever, Saint Caesar. So after accidentally, accidentally, what am I reading? I'm putting words together because I'm reading that and going over here. According to recently reviewed whistleblower disclosures, we've learned of a non-classified Microsoft Teams group chat among DHS employees and additional what? Among DHS employees titled NTS NFB that contains information about Governor Walz that is relevant to our investigation. We've also learned that further relevant information regarding Governor Walz has been memorialized in both classified and unclassified documents in the control of the DHS. Today, Chairman Comer issued a subpoena to DHS Secretary Alejandro Mayorkas for intelligence reports, documents, and communications in its possession related to Governor Timothy Walz's connection to the Chinese. Look, a part of me feels like that's a leap and a reach, but again, the minute he got to be chairman of Minnesota, boy, did he jump at that charge. And I know anyone that wants to defend it go, well, he only gave himself unlimited powers for like a month. Yeah, and he just kept reinstating them. The last person to it's the Batman thing. Well, Harvey, the last person to take up unlimited power to restore the city was Caesar, and he never gave up his power. Like, yeah. And if he had his hands on the purse strings, he wouldn't have given up his either. So, if you don't know why the Republican Oversight Committee is subpoenaing Alejandro Mayorkas, the Department of Homeland Security, for records to Walz's alleged ties to the Chinese Communist Party, Walz has been to China around 15 times by his own admission. He has said 30 times in one interview. He's honeymooned there, taught there, and has expressed a positive view of socialism/communism numerous times over multiple decades. This is, again, where I say this guy, like, they call him a governor. I'm like, no, he's a dictator. He just hasn't been able to be. Again, everyone thinks it's going to be Donald Trump. It's going to be this crazy guy because he's got these crazy people supporting him. Oh, they're going to take control. No. This dude's wackadoo, but he's going to come and he's going to go. All right. The one that really is going to take all of your rights from you, he's not going to say it. He's going to smile up to you while he does it. No, I'd never. Oh, gee, shucks. People like Aaron go, well, on a national stage, he looks a lot more respect. Yeah, but you are forgetting the evil you're looking at, sir. Let's go to this. I covered all of that about his Chinese connections because, again, CBS News decided last night's interviews or last night's debate to have some stuff. So let's go to their 2 minutes.
You said you were in Hong Kong during the deadly Tiananmen Square protests in the spring of 1989. But Minnesota Public Radio and other media outlets are reporting that you actually didn't travel to Asia until August of that year. Can you explain that discrepancy?
Yeah, well, and to the folks out there who didn't get at the top of this, look, I grew up in small rural Nebraska, town of 400, town that you rode your bike with your buddies till the streetlights come on, and
Yeah, what does that have to do with the fact that you claim to be at a historical event that you did not attend? I hate this shit. Can we start having it be a rule? Can we start buzzing them and like, bullshit, not part of the fucking... I need that sound drop of Aaron's. The Almighty says stop with the bullshit and answer the fucking question. Like, dude, I grew up in small town. Look, we all know my history. Yeah, which is why you don't need to go over it the 800th, 8 millionth stupid fucking time. Rural Nebraska, where you rode your bikes around outside until the lights came on. Just good old country bumpkin lifestyle, I tried to drill my sister every time I could behind the barn because that's just what we do in cousin fucker Nebraska. Like, dude, try harder to be a country bumpkin. But again, asshole. None of that has anything to do with the fact that this is pissing me off on two fronts. Once again, another time that we can find you blatantly lying to make yourself look better. And it's not a surprise. It's what every politician does. But yeah, every politician, he's doing the same thing every politician does, except he's openly expressed views of loving socialism and communism. And when he had his ability to be a communist dictator, oh boy, did he take it. And if we hadn't taken control of the budget, oh boy, would we probably still be there.
proud of that service. I joined the National Guard at 17, worked on family farms, and then I used the GI Bill to become a teacher, passionate about it, a young teacher. My first year out, I got the opportunity in the summer of '89 to travel to China. 35 years ago, be able to do that. I came back home and then started a program to take young people there. We would take basketball teams, we would take baseball teams, we would take
anyone we thought might become a big political influence in the future. I'm kind of like the Jeffrey Epstein of China. That making me a Jeffrey Epstein.
Dancers, and we would go back and forth to China.
Dancers? What kind of dancers? What kind of dancers? Did you pick up the dancers with the basketball team? Did you promise that they could sink their balls in the dancers on the way there? I was making the Epstein joke, and he kind of made it for me. Look, we took a lot of people there. We took basketball, a lot of kids there. What's fallen the great? Someone saying, yeah, no, they didn't change the flag to incorporate I don't know, whatever, but
before that was to try and learn. Now, look, my community knows who I am. They saw where I was at.
Yeah, my community knows who I am. By my community, I mean the uber upper 1% super rich people in Minnesota, of which there aren't many. Because as you've already stated, your community is not my community, which is the rocks and cows part of Minnesota, and you'll let Minneapolis burn at the drop of a hat. So again, your community knows who you are. Not when I talk to people that I live around. Literally, people I share a house with. They overlook certain things because they have to or because they don't really care. And then they just completely ignore criticisms because it's not important. And they focus on the people opposite them who have unimportant criticism. And they go, and this person is disagreeing with them over this. And then you look at them and you go, yeah. And there's so many better reasons to disagree with this person on this. But they tampon Tim Walz. Like, yeah, that person's dumb. He still sucks. And the thing I hate is people are like, oh, he sucks, but, we have to vote for him and Harris. It's the only option. Like, no, if you lived here, he doesn't only suck. Like, again, this is the problem I have. Like, I don't think Donald Trump is going to save the country. I don't think he's some sort of good politician or anything like that. I just don't think he's playing the same games they all are in terms of, like, literally imprisoning opponents and persecuting people. With COVID, particularly after Trump was out of office, conveniently enough, with COVID, we saw Democrats like Tim Walz, particularly Tim Walz, really exercise their authoritarian power over the people. And he has no regrets about it.
Look, I will be the first to tell you, I have poured my heart into my community. I've tried to do the best I can, but I've not been perfect. And I'm a knucklehead at times, but it's always been about that. Those same people elected me to Congress for 12 years. And
no, they didn't. Because again, like those same people, so Minneapolis is your community. The people who elected you to Congress were in Minneapolis. The people that you give a shit about, the people you win your votes with every time are in Minneapolis. The state you represent largely detests you.
Congress, I was one of the most bipartisan people, working on things like farm bills that we got done, working on veterans benefits.
Squeezing stupid pieces of fat pork into both of them, I bet.
And then the people of Minnesota were able to elect me to governor twice. So look, my commitment has been from the beginning to make sure that I'm there for the people, to make sure that I get this right. I will say more than anything. Many times I will talk a lot. I will get caught up in the rhetoric. But being there, the impact it made, the difference it made in my life, I learned a lot about China. I hear the critiques of this. I would make the case that Donald Trump should have come on one of those trips with us. I guarantee you he wouldn't be praising Xi Jinping about COVID. And I guarantee you he wouldn't start a trade war that he ends up losing.
He wouldn't be praising Xi Jinping about COVID. Where is that coming from? I don't know Donald Trump praising anyone about COVID. I remember the China flu thing. I know Donald Trump's responsible for Operation Warp Speed, one who pushed out the vaccines, but again, he wanted to open the country up. And you remember how you guys said him going to China and meeting with Xi Jinping and meeting with these leaders is a bad thing? So it's okay to go to the country and make assumptions about the leaders of the country, but as a world leader, it's not okay to meet with them at all. Okay. But again, who said he's praising Xi Jinping for how he handled COVID? I don't know where that comes from.
So this is about trying to understand the world. It's about trying to do the best you can for your community. And then it's putting yourself out there and letting your folks understand what it is. My commitment, whether it be through teaching, which I was good at, or whether it was being a good soldier or was being a good member of Congress.
A good soldier. Like, you know, oh no, my boys are going to get deployed. Guys, I'm running for election. See you later. That's still my favorite one. A fucking article. There's an article in print where he's like, yeah, if called upon, I will serve. And if I have to serve, then I will run my election and my campaign from there, and we'll proceed on the next steps. But whether it be in Congress or for the military, if the American people call on me, I will serve. He made that brilliant and passionate statement in the article, and wouldn't you know it, I think it swayed the polls because shortly thereafter he told the military he was retiring so he could go serve in the Senate. Well, it looks like I'm gonna win this, so fuck these guys. I'm not going over with you. Fuck that. No. I know you're leaving in like a week. Like, I know I got my shit packed too, but fuck that. Oh, God, I haven't been keeping up with the Rumble chat, and it's getting a mind of its own. Oh, dude, we're not going over that. I've got to set an alarm for Johnny's podcast. Maybe he sources... No, I don't. You mean Minneapolis? Whenever I see walls, all I can think is, I'll get you, you wascally wabbit. Shh. We're hunting Republicans. All right. But it's cool because his wife likes the smell of a burning city. They don't even know me. Quit playing games with Johnny's heart, says JB Contrarian. Who's playing games with my heart? Not gonna lie, to me as a know-nothing, Walz is definitely more likable than Kamala. Walz is more likable than Kamala, but again, much like Gavin Newsom and possibly Vance and a lot of other politicians, they're not gonna come at you with a sword in their hand. They're gonna saddle up to you and smile, stab you in the kidneys when you're not looking. Alrighty, and if they're fast enough, you won't even know they did it. They'll smile at you some more while you bleed out, because they're good old people who care about America. All right, let's finish this up.
Congress, those are the things that I think are the values that people care about.
Governor, just to follow up on that, the question was, can you explain the discrepancy?
All I said on this was I got there that summer and misspoke on this.
I got there that summer and misspoke. Kind of like the way my resume repeatedly misspoke about my military rank until I got put on a national stage that finally enough people could bitch about it and notice that I would finally have to change it. I misspoke. Again, the original question was he claimed to be at the Tiananmen Square events, and he was there that summer. I don't know the discrepancy of time, but once again, and it's not new. Like, I'm not demonizing Tim Walz for this because a lot of people do this, but it's not new, but it is fucking blatantly just fucking altering your past to make it seem like you were part of stuff you weren't a part of, like you've done or seen things you haven't done or seen, like you're a better person than you are. And you want to talk about fucking Donald Trump's attacks on Xi Jinping or a trade war with China. I don't know about a trade war with China, but I know Donald Trump talked about a trade war with, like, you know, New Mexico in terms of like putting tariffs on American products made outside of the U.S. And let me tell you, certain companies like Walmart, Target, and others, that have some very proudly made in the USA brand stuff, they might really hate it if there's import tariffs on American products made outside of the US. Just saying. Why? Oh, I don't know. The aristocrat, excuse me. The Autistocrat. I'm sorry. The Autistocrat saying, Walls looks like a baby/man hybrid with those chubby cheekums. Also, droopy dog vibes, kind of. Boo, what are we gonna do? I don't know how to do droopy dog very well. That one might be before my time. All right, so there's how Walls did. Regarding my claim to China, I'm proud of my service, growing up in Nebraska and riding my bicycle. Oh, I love whoever. And don't call me Shirley at meme behavior. That is a beautiful summarization. Regarding my claim to China, I'm proud of my service, growing up in Nebraska and riding my bicycle. It's only scary when you think about the fact that when given the chance to have supreme power, he took it and he didn't give it up. But again, remember, the ones that are going to get us, bwahaha, this is on topic. I hope it's still on topic. Oh, nope.
Shooters.
Oh, so somebody, okay, so I'm guessing this is an edited piece. Somebody edited this together.
So I've become friends with school shooters. And I'm a knucklehead at times. So I've become...
That, like, I get what he was trying to say with it, but even with what he was trying to say, that one, if elections are fair and balanced, and I don't believe they are, but if there's anything close to a fair election, if we have anything like a fair election, and if there were to be anything that you could point to as a Kamala and Harris moment that something really pushed it over, it would be that moment right there. Kim Farmham, what was he trying to say? He was talking about the he was once again talking shit. I hate these headphones have a jack that, like, if you get something pulls, it comes out. Like, yeah, I get that, but I'd much prefer the thing just stayed connected the whole time as opposed to having to fucking do this shit. I'd rather pull on something there. What was he trying to say? Well, he was talking about the whole clip, and I'm paraphrasing here, but the whole clip involved him talking about having spoken with the victims' families of Sandy Hook, I think it was. Victims' families of Sandy Hook. And then after that, he's like, I've become friends with school shooters and this, that. I understand the issue. He was talking about his understanding of school shooters and the issue and why, what his plans for solving that issue and problem of school shootings and things like that are. But in that really short clip, you can't get all of that. It's still not a good soundbite. Even in full context, it's still kind of fucked up. I become friends with school shooters. You shouldn't. You should disapprove of that wholeheartedly. But I just heard my daughter call my name and she can hear me. I really need to start like lining the ceiling with audio foam. Otherwise, I'm going to have to worry about what language she is going to pick up from me just from here. Because I got to project into this thing. All right. He said he becomes friends with school shooters and he's a knucklehead. Yeah. When you put it together like that, he does. I knew some dudes that would have been school shooters. Had I gone to shoot post-Columbine, these knuckleheads didn't know you could do that. If you jack and get some pull. I must have I don't know how you put that one. Okay. I got in trouble for having a discussion about which kid would shoot us up in school at the lunch table. Right? They used to take that shit really seriously back in the day. And now that we've had a few, it's like, have they showed up with the gun yet? Aw, she wants her papa. No, she just hears me talking, and she knows there's toys down here, and she hasn't played with those toys in a little bit. So, I mean, it's literally just like, she has this weird thing where, like, if she hasn't visited a toy in a little while, it's kind of like it's a new toy. She's like, I want to go play with that toy. I haven't played with that for a minute. So, I don't think she wants Dad. She wants Dad's TV and Dad's bin of Bluey toys. That's what she wants. The funny part is Dad's bin of Bluey toys is just literally the duplicates of the Bluey toys she has upstairs. We just have too many Bluey toys. All right, I'm going to go on this article very, very quickly just to cover the title of it. A TV celebrity's 15-year-old son went traveling in Europe without an adult. Cue the outrage. Again, CNN Travel is the one putting this article out. You don't get to do that. You guys, you don't get to go, a TV celebrity's 15-year-old son went traveling in Europe without an adult. Cue the outrage. Like you weren't the outrage machine 2 seconds ago that was outraging against this. You guys are the fucking people that would be like, oh my God, unprotected children out in the wild. You have a whole article, and just because it's so bullshit and two-faced, I'm not going to read it. Because, again, you guys don't get to be the people who go, oh my God, people are freaking out because a 15-year-old went traveling by themselves. No, you guys have been the party of people have to watch their kids. Who's taking care? You should be taking care of your children. Blah, 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 blah. But now that we're putting all LGBT stuff out there and we're like, hey, no, let your 15-year-old son vacay around Europe for a while. Why do you need to be with him? Just don't ask about his butthole when he gets back. Is that so much? Oh, boy. Okay. So that's the end of our first hour stuff, which is ironic because we're coming up against the end of the third hour. And I'd like to petition you for overtime, but we're fully funded to the 28th, so we're doing that no matter what. So we have a half hour left in the show at least. And if you want to send anything on Twitch, YouTube, PayPal, all of those, I suppose I've said, is there even a point to linking them in the chat now for the last half hour? I've been saying it this whole time. I haven't linked them, but it's just because I haven't been thinking about it. Make sure. Yep. Yep. Otherwise, we have that lovely level 1 hype train. Again, all of that going towards our goal. Thank you for that support. I cannot sleep until someone else's kid is home and safe. Oh, wait. Box of tissues I can forget for 10 minutes. I feel like that's dirty. The Autisticrat, it takes a village equals we want access to your children. Well, no, like, this is a TV star in the UK. Their 15-year-old son went on, like, a rail trip. Harkness Show, hi, wondering if you like the Cole song, and I want to invite you to come on the Ryan Harkness Show, not to talk about. Yeah, I'll look into the Ryan Harkness Show and think about it. I don't know the Cole song. Or the goal song. Jesus Christ. I got to stop reading through the microphone. If you liked the goal song, I don't know the goal song. But Harkness Show, I'll check that out. Thank you for the 10. We said we'd do frickin' Burns with the doctor for 10. But the doctor isn't loaded and I'm not prepped over there. We got stuff in here, so we're just going to... Sorry, we're gonna do a big rip off of this just because I'm not loading that for one. We've got about 30 minutes left in the program or so. Thank you again for all your amazing support. You dick. He just misspoke. I watched the whole thing, says Sandy Squatch. What? Pretty sure he meant to say he was friends with families of the victims of the school shooters. Oh, man. Saints uses access to their son. Just offer them $1,000 and a pack of beer. Problem solved. Riding Dirty Llama. Big rip. Yep. Hashtag big rips. Digger420. I know he misspoke, but it was too good not to mention. I mean, he misspoke. I can be totally fine with that. Again, even if he did or didn't misspeak, my problems with Tim Walz are so far beyond the I'm friends with school shooters, like so far beyond that. I'm a big person of pay attention, and you can see people show you who they really, really are. And Tim Walz is one of those people where he got into government, he got elected, he kind of spat in the face of a lot of the people of the state he represents because he knew he didn't need them. So who cares what they think? And then when he got power, he, like I said, took unilateral power and did not relinquish it until they came for his purse strings. Find out he's got a lot of visits to China. Yeah, dude, no, I'm sorry. I don't trust that at all. All right, so let's clear that out. We have 30 minutes left in the show. What should we cover for 30 minutes? We had so much stuff that we didn't get into. Oh, no, we have to cover some of it. One of the things that we have to cover is why the show is titled what it is today. So let's get rid of this, and we'll float the extra over to tomorrow. We're doing a show tomorrow and Friday. I don't know if Humpty's going to be back tomorrow. It depends entirely how my back and my shoulders feel, because I'm sorry, if I don't think I'm even doing physical therapy tomorrow. I don't know if I want to climb on the floor to push a giant fiberglass egg chair into view. Okay, so we have a couple of these that we want to talk about. We want to talk about you. Ooh, let's mute the audio quick. We want to talk about you. Oh, dude, we have, I kind of want to do that one. Oh, man, I got little less than, you know what, I like the chair you have now, says Was Phil Walls. I love the chair I have now, but people have literally paid me money. Don't forget to promote your appearance on Mikey's show, Johnny. Saint Caesar, I've been told where and when to promote that, and I've been doing that on this channel, promoting my show on Mikey's this Monday. So as I've been saying all week, I'll be on Mikey's Two Milks channel on Twitch for his Monday mixtape shows, which you have to catch live because the music gets cut out. So you to watch it after the fact is a pain because you have to go and literally like queue up the music yourself. I mean, he puts the playlist up there so you could do it. We need to get you a human-sized hamster wheel. Can you stream while exercising? Los Federales, what would I do with a human-sized hamster wheel? Like, the legs aren't going to work any better. Like, I'm just going to get tripped up. I'm going to get caught in the rungs and just going to spin. And then it's going to get to the point where it's just centrifugal force, like enough for my fat ass to go over and over and over. And then after I vomit a couple times and it gets messy, it's going to get like, and then it's just going to do that until it stops. And then by that point, I mean, we have to wash it before I even could use it again. And would I want to? Probably not. So again, a human-sized hamster wheel. Just roll with it. No, if I could roll with it, it'd be for my wheelchair. And what good is that? Then I'm not getting anywhere. A Digger 420. That might be fun to watch, though. Yeah, I've thought about how I've thought quite a few times how funny it's not Eye of the Tiger. What's the Rocky theme when he's like going up the stairs? But like how awesome it'd be to have like that going, and you watch me get into my my elliptical to exercise my legs, and as soon as the music starts, you watch my legs go because I can't fucking move them very well. It's horrible. ACU cunt just followed the channel. And we didn't get a cowbell notification because I had the audio muted because I was pulling up stories. And I need to mute the audio some more because I have to keep pulling up stories. I'm not getting into the stuff I wanted to talk about. And did we get this? Yes. Yes. We're going to get this. Yes. Actually, you know what? No, we'll go through it quick. The sheep one I think will drop. We'll do this one and this one. And you know what? We'll put the sheep one at the end of it to do if we run through everything. All right, so first one we're going to do, first is a video. This one is from CNN, talking with the Israeli Prime Minister, the former Israeli Prime Minister calling on the UN Secretary General to step down after their response to Iran's attack. Let's go.
The United Nations Secretary General Antonio Guterres today posted this comment. Let me read it for you. This is what he said. I condemn the broadening of the Middle East conflict with escalation after escalation. This must stop. We absolutely need a ceasefire. Prime Minister, what's your response to him?
Shame on him. This guy is a clown. He's a clown because he cannot even bring himself to utter the words, I condemn the Islamic Republic of Iran for shooting.
Oh, fuck you. I am so sick of the Israel people going, you're not condemning them for their actions. He's condemning everybody, which includes you. And I get it, like Wolf Blitzer is part of CNN, so like they own him. But right, I ran so far away that I bumped into Israel and they executed me that day. And they blamed it all on me. But again, this is why I say Republican, Democrat, there's no difference. I want the party that is, you know what? Israel's not our fucking problem. That's what I want. I want the Israel gets to deal with Israel. He's not condemning. So again, do we want to go through the rest of this clip? Yeah, we got like a little more than 30 seconds. He doesn't condemn Iran. Yeah, but you know what? Let's talk about... You guys are pissed off that they sent a bunch of bombs to your embassy. That really sucks. Now you know how it feels. At least they didn't use pagers. It got shrapnel with a couple thousand innocent civilians in the crossfire. Again, you don't have any right to talk about anyone bombarding your embassies after you frickin' airstrike, drone missile bomb, cell phone bomb, and pager bomb. Or no, pager bomb and walkie-talkie bomb people. You don't get to complain about people coming at you.
200 ballistic missiles on the Jewish state. He's condemning the broad...
How many people did you injure again? Yeah, it was over 3,000. Over 3,000 with your wide broadcast pager strike. What would we call that? Nokia for old men.
What is the broadening? Have you ever met the broadening? I've never seen a broadening walk on the street. He's a coward. It's time for him to quit. The UN is a farce. If the United Nations cannot...
The UN is a farce. You realize you're siding more with Russia when you say UN's a farce and you want him to quit. Of course you want him to quit. You didn't get him with Jeffrey Epstein, did you? Again, all right, we're gonna go ahead and leave. I don't give a shit what the fuck the former Prime Minister of Israel. Of course, the former Prime Minister of Israel thinks they're being entirely too lenient on Iran. You dared to let them strike back at us. And he says all he said was the escalation upon escalation must stop. He didn't point any finger specifically. He just said that everybody's escalating in the Middle East and it needs to stop. He didn't condemn them. Because he was looking at both of you. Again. Digger 420, the UN is a farce, lulz. Right, Digger 420, but not for the reasons he's saying. He's saying the UN's a farce just because they didn't specifically condemn Iran. Laughing lines. Damn escalators. It's all these damn escalators. If we could just keep this on fucking stairs And another hit here for Harkness Show and the $10. Again, I will look into Harkness Show and see about maybe doing something with you. We'll see what we can figure out. Not going to read that out loud, but I'm not going to wipe the chat. That's kind of funny. I refuse to associate with that. Oh. All right, there we go again. Thank you, Darkness Show. Smoke Out Prod saying community did a really funny episode on the UN. I bet so. I've not seen. All right, so we're gonna go to this video quick. We covered. We were talking about Northern Carolina being all fucked up, and so this is kind of in the vein of being uplifting. This is only 30 seconds. So this is a shorter clip, so we will be able to get through a lot of our second hour stuff through here. Waiver, haha, all in good fun. Yeah, no, dude. We're all good. Gotta go, kids. No rest of the weary. Good to see folks. You too, Johnny. Thanks, Digger. You have a lovely day, Digger 420. Let's check up with the Rumble chat quick. Jeremy from the Quartering is working on getting him out. Getting who out? Anyone ever watch Styx Hexenhammer? He's in jail for domestic battery. Jeremy from the Quartering is trying to get him out. Whoa, really? How long are you in the hospital, J-Rod? When is this country going to fall apart? What do you mean when? Hasn't it already? I feel like right now we're just clinging on to the edges as it opens into the gaping maw. He was a kid with a Dutch cutie. They live over there. I think he... All right, I don't know. Alrighty. King Kong, time to get naked. And then editing that to baked. Dude, the B and the N are right next to each other, so it could have really been a slip. Damn. Wow, that's a long time for a... Ooh, okay. I refused anti-venom, so I... Alrighty. Okay. It'd be odd if Styx be... Oh, laughing lines. That's not funny. Israel can blame Vince McMahon for this. He brought in people from other countries that the U.S. was in war with to job to Hulk Hogan. Okay. Yeah. That I think your first name might be... or your last name might be... Armstrong. First name is Stretch. Don't like domestic batteries. Prefer the Japanese ones, says Los Federales. This country falls apart when Nancy Pelosi shows her true... God, why do you guys always call when I'm doing a show? There's a whole time in the middle of the day that I wasn't doing a show. You won't call me tomorrow morning. Call me tomorrow afternoon, you cunts. And it's actually my fault. I should have known to mute this while I'm doing a show. The falls apart. Nancy is her true reptilian form and morphs into Godzilla-like creature, wreaking havoc on Springfield, Ohio. I mean, look, if what I've read about the James Webb Telescope discoveries is to be believed, then my money's on 10 years. Look, and that's the beautiful thing about it. You don't got to worry about it today. I'm not saying the sky is falling. I'm saying according to the information we've received, in 10 years, this is going to happen. So, and if this is true, then we can track it all the way in, and it's going to be more and more prevalent as we get closer. Like I said this on my Sunday show, and someone's like, yeah, wake me up in 8. Like, see what I mean? Like, we can put the snooze button on this thing. But, yeah, if there's alien species and they're going to show their true colors, it's going to be somewhere in that 10-year window. Would be my guess. They'd enjoy the cover for the next like 6 to 7 years. I figure, what, 3 years away? How long is it going to... I don't know. You know what? I don't know. Following the great escalators roll out. James Webb was a Baldo washer. I didn't know that. There are so many things that I'm learning. Thank you, guys. Thank you so much. There's so much I'm learning. I didn't know that about James Webb. So does the James Webb telescope Baldo wash? I don't know. How much of the James Webb telescope is as a result of James Webb, and how much of it is just him? They named the telescope after him. I don't know. I don't know any of that. James Webb doesn't do what James Webb does for James Webb. James Webb does what James Webb does because James Webb is James Webb. All right, let's go to this clip really, really quick. This is out of Asheville, North Carolina, taken September 29th. A little bit of an uplifting thing for all of us.
I just picked it up. I'm military, so, flags aren't supposed to touch the ground. And I mean, there's everything everywhere. People are looting and stuff.
All right. This whole flags aren't supposed to touch the ground thing. Bullshit. I'm from the military. Flags aren't supposed to touch the ground. Right. Your flag isn't. And there's nothing wrong with not wanting your flag to be on the ground. But the whole flags aren't supposed to touch the ground. If it's an LGBTQ flag, if it's an Iranian flag, if it's a Russian flag, let's be honest, you mean specific flags. And anyone else think they keep seeing Bill Hader instead of Bill Waddell? Bill Waddell, Bill Hader. I don't know. Fucking. Anyways, he's James Cameron, the greatest pioneer.
And I just figured just to pick this up. I'm going to go home and wash it and probably hang it up on my porch or
wait,
something.
go back. I
guess I saw this as a...
No. The person who found the American flag on the ground is a serviceman or woman, whatever the proper term is a servicewoman? That sounds dirty. See, serviceman is all right. Veteran, we'll go with that, is a veteran by the name of Destiny Garcia. Destiny found the American flag on a dirt road and picked it up because she said she saw it as a sign of this country being able to pick itself up. This is so perfect. It seems like this was a CIA setup. Like this seems like somebody's the dog, the tail wagging the dog on this one. Wag the dog. That was the movie, right? Yeah. This is so perfect. So, Destiny Garcia, and we only flash her name for a brief second just to add that extra little spice on there. Just because we don't want to drive it home, guys. Tease it. All right? Let some people see that it was Destiny. Let other people forget that her name was Destiny, and just in their mind, they'll just Destiny found the flag. Like, And coming up next to the stage is Destiny. Oh, I'm sorry. It's not Friday or Saturday. For one more month. I am not doing this in November. I'm telling them this week or in a text message today or tomorrow. I'm not doing that drive in November. So they get one more month. After that, whether their guy is back or not, I'm done. All right. So again, Destiny Garcia found American flag in flooding debris.
Just to pick this up. I'm going to go home and wash it and probably hang it up on my porch or something. I guess I saw this as a sign of, like, we're going to get through this. It might take a few months to recover it, but, there's hope at the end of the day. You just got to have faith and just wait it out.
I don't know if this is definitely a fucking fake fluff piece. With the story we covered earlier of how bad things are and people need to, like, help each other and blah, blah, blah. Then this is all over the place. Like, guys, we're going to be okay. We're going to work this out. Why doesn't Waddles just walk? What? The dock workers union sure knows how to pick stuff up. Not right now, though. Oh,
I just
Lord.
picked it up. I'm military, so, flags aren't supposed to touch.
Again, areas that are fucking destroyed. So, but hey, isn't that a great inspirational moment? We're going to read this story pretty quick because I find this to be hilarious. And let's condense you like that. How does that sound? Let's do it like that. Let's go over here. A 43-foot statue of Donald Trump near Las Vegas has been branded.
You want to see my pecker?
Well, I was going to say as deplorable, but it could be branded as do you want to see my pecker? Thank you, Lab Glass, for that sound drop and the bits. I have my screen covered, so I can't see how many bits that was at the moment. Oh, 50 bits. Thank you for the 50 bits. This is why, again, like I was going to say, they branded it as deplorable, but like Lab Glass gave away, you want to see Donald's pecker. The 43-foot tall effigy was erected on a plot of land off a highway in Nevada, with the artist behind it saying it will be moved across key swing states. Oh boy, I bet whoever put this together is a real sane and mentally secure individual who is going to move this across key swing states because, it's important. A statue depicting a naked Donald Trump has been branded deplorable by Republicans after it was put on display near Las Vegas. The 43-foot-tall effigy of the former president in the nude was displayed on a plot of land off a highway in Nevada. That's literally all. Okay. It's unclear who is behind the sculpture, with the Nevada Republican Party saying it strongly condemns the deplorable statue, while families driving through Las Vegas they are forced to view this offensive marionette designed intentionally to shock value rather than meaningful dialogue, it added. Oh, come on. You're telling me you can't get some meaningful dialogue out of this? He looks like he's David Carradining himself right now. Like, if we changed the boom he's hanging on to look like a closet door, we could pretend he's about to jerk it. I'm going to come, and it's going to be the greatest cum you've ever seen. You'll be covered in it. You'll be like, oh, my God, that's the greatest cum. Anyways, oh boy, what else did the Nevada Republican Party say? President Donald Trump and Republicans are focused on delivering results that matter, reducing inflation, securing our borders, creating jobs, ensuring a brighter future for all Americans. Asterisk, funding Israel, funding Israel, funding Israel, funding Israel, funding Israel, funding Israel. Oh, and can we get some money for the industrial military complex and the war machine, the war machine, some more, the war machine, some more. Oh, yeah, and remember, let's cut taxes. People have suffered enough. What do you mean we're out of money? We just make more of it, right? God, I hate both parties. All right, so this is gross. I saw it and I said it was gross. But ugh. While Democrats, especially Kamala Harris, continue to prioritize shock value over substance. Oh, dear Lord. Oh, dear Lord in heaven. Guys, I was hoping that it wasn't a true. It is. They made his flat, old, pancakey ass again. I don't know who you are, but if you are the grotesque F that made this, like that dedicated time to making this. His load is going to be huge, says St. RN. Very puckered butt. Should I not have a boner, says Lab Glass? Well, you shouldn't have a boner. Especially for this sign. Oh my God, $3.74 a gallon? Are you kidding me? $3.69 for like the cheap gas? And the premium's $3.74? Is that good in Nevada? Dude, that would be oh man. That would be kicking me in the dick prices here, man. Like I'm so excited that we got under $3 for gas. Gas prices equal boner killer. Kim saying, yeah, that's good in Nevada. Damn. Dick prices are through the roof. Well, that won't be good. We can't have dick prices through the roof. All right, we're going to go back to this image because that one's less hurtful. All right, so a spokesman for the anonymous artist behind the work said the installation is called Crooked and Obscene. If you want, again, I don't mind anyone that wants to say Donald Trump or the Republican Party is crooked and obscene, but you can't tell me that they are, or that your fear of their supposed intended plans are, and then ignore what's happening now. I'm not saying that you can't have him be your demon. I'm saying if he's the demon you're saying he is, then where is the effigy of Kamala Harris standing naked right next to him? Because they're both crooked and obscene. Have you not seen what the government has done to people already? Setting the precedent to arrest citizens, January 6th. The Democrats took advantage of stuff that the Patriot Act started to arrest American citizens on January 6th. I don't care if they were for or against Trump. I don't like that literally one political party had a motivation to set a sting operation up and then literally FBI style bully a bunch of people into getting arrested. I'm not saying this guy isn't crooked and corrupt. I'm saying if you're saying he is, to the point that you're obsessing over him, to the point that you're going to make a giant naked effigy of him, then the other party deserves the same humility. And if you can't go, and I get it, we could never portray a lovely, tall black woman in that manner. Right. So do walls. You can use the same body for the most part. You just got to change the face. They told the local TV station the statue is 43 feet tall, 10 feet wide, weighs 6,000 pounds, and is made of foam over rebar, adding that intended to ignite conversations. The statue is due to be removed by Monday night and will be moved to key swing states, the spokesperson added. Again, it was intended to strike up a conversation. You put up a piece and you called it, what did you call it again? Let's get the exact name of the unknown artist. I love the artist that wants to ignite conversation around his piece. And they said it was a big piece. Look, it was remarkably big. Where was the title of this? It was up here on displayed plotland, Nevada. Unclear. The installation is called Crooked and Obscene. Right. I want to spark conversations with my art piece called Crooked and Obscene, and it's Donald Trump. Remember when you were supposed to figure out what the art was? Or what the art meant? Normally you're supposed to make the art and we're supposed to think, oh, crooked and obscene. Again, if you want to say Donald Trump is crooked and obscene, that's fine. But if you're saying he's crooked and obscene, I'm telling you, the people in are doing everything you're afraid of +2, all right? By any, and this is entirely because I've been playing way too much Baldur's Gate, by any D&D rules, +2, fucking, it's worse, okay? Still waiting for what Trump did that makes him a crook, says Riding Dirty Llama. In the sense that he's, and this is something I've had gripes with my whole life for a variety of reasons we're not going to go into, but in the sense that he's a typical, like, Wall Street business crook, yeah. He lined his pockets. He used his political position, I think, to secure some rights for his golf courses. But the person who got elected in after him used his political position to strong-arm a country into giving his son's company that he was paid $10 million on behalf of, like favorable treatment with an official investigation. And then it turned into this weird quagmire war, and he kept funneling money into that called Ukraine. So yeah, again, keep telling me that Donald Trump is a criminal and a crook, and he's going to scam over the government. Keep telling me Donald Trump is going to lock up his political opponents. When I get done doing stories about the ABC writer or anyone else, like, it's just, yeah, you know what? I'm getting in a spiral. We don't want it. We don't have time for this. We don't have time for this. We have to get to this. We'll have to go a little over if we do, we do. If we go over, we go over. All right, so here we go. This is something I've covered before, and we'll let them do this, and then we'll give you an update to this story. Here we go. It has finally returned, everybody. Everyone's favorite national park in Alaska. What is it? Natatoki or whatever? Nakatomi? I don't know. Anyhow, they'll probably say, it's back, everybody. Fat Bear Week. And not the Fat Bear Week where you go down to a bar and if you're a certain proclivity and pick up a large gay man. No. Fat bears, like fat grizzly bears.
That time of year. It's some big brackets here. When bears in Alaska prepare for hibernation by putting...
Oh, there's some big brackets here. That's what she said. Dude, actually, you're not lying. Holy shit. There's a couple of big brackets right above me. If I'm going to be honest, left side of the bracket's a little more stacked.
Putting on, that extra weight for winter.
Yeah, explore.
Yeah, that's why the left side of the bracket's a little more stacked.
.org live streams the popular spot for bears to catch fish, and eventually that turned into a competition for viewers. And guess what, folks? Voting starts today. I told you it was a big week. According to the roster, some of the bears have nicknames and others just have numbers. So the first matchup is between number 519 versus 909. Gotta watch.
FIFA brings the bears, and FIFA weighs them, and based on how they score, FIFA possess them in the chart. Bring in the bear 519 versus the bear 909 Junior. Where's 9 Senior? 9 Senior has failed. Mr. Q, if you were going to sleep for 3 months, you'd want a big meal too. Wait till we get to the update.
The 909.
Oh, yeah. The second matchup pits 909 against 903. The winners from each of these pairs will move on to the next round.
So
I thought the winner would fuck the loser.
Download your bracket and vote today. There will be a different round each day this week until the final round next Tuesday.
And you voted last year? This is like your March Madness.
We've been over this, Reka. I always vote for the bear with the fattest neck. I love animals with fat necks.
I love animals with fat necks. I wish you had said bears. I wish you said I love bears with fat necks. We could have so much more. Oh my God, there's an overtime bracket, and that one's not bad either. Oh, look at that. The auxiliary bracket making a lovely appearance to tell us about low temperatures. But they're rising somewhere. Okay, so enough pervy talk. What is this?
Go for like the name though.
No, fat necks. Like the viral baby hippo has a real fat neck.
We just need to give those bears to Steph for about a week. She'll have them in shape, right?
She'll get those like bears right in shape.
I actually would try.
Oh, all right. So, quick update for those of you that are excited about it. I'm not. She's probably going to be sad with this news. It came out yesterday evening, apparently after they had done that news piece. Because Fat Bear Week has been delayed after a large bear kills rival bear. Oh, I'm sorry. That should be... Should it? I don't know. Fat Bear Week, a celebration of brown bears' survival instincts, brought a grisly reminder of the animal's predatory nature on Monday when a male bear, number 469, killed female bear 402 at Katami National Park and Preserve in Alaska. So does that mean 469 goes up on the bracket and 462 is out? Mr. Q, don't fat shame the bears, you bitch. There was a bear in World War II that the Polish army trained to carry artillery shells. That's interesting. Poor sportsmanship, says Rex Start. Oh, brother, says the Laughing Lions. Sports bear ship, says Rex Start. Yes, sports bear ship. Sports bear ship. All right. Fat Bear Week. All right, so the unsettling scene. Oh, we're going to a video in a minute. We're going over on time. The unsettling scene was captured by a popular live webcam that follows the bears on the Brooks River. In a statement sent to NPR, the park said, national parks like Katmai protect not only the wonders of nature, but also the harsh realities. Each bear seen on the webcams is competing with others to survive. The deadly fight took place around 9:30 a.m. in Alaska. As organizers prepared to kick off Fat Bear Week, the competition that lets fans crown the bear who successfully added the most weight as they prepare for their annual hibernation cycle. After the shocking death of 402, the unveiling of the 2024 bracket was delayed from Monday, 7 p.m. Eastern until Tuesday. Oh my God, so this happened before that. Ooh.
Hey, everyone.
Dude, this is an hour long.
Welcome to Brooks River in Katmai National Park, Alaska. My name is Mike Fitz. I'm the resident naturalist with Explore.org, the world's largest live nature cam network. We're looking at live footage of a brown bear fishing on the lip of Brooks Falls. Today, I'm joined by my two co-hosts, Naomi Boak with the Katmai Conservancy and Sarah Bruce, park ranger at Katmai National Park. This was supposed to be our Fat Bear Week bracket reveal.
It sounds like you said Fat Bear, our Fapper Week. You put Fat Bear together. You've got to space it out. Fat Bear. I realized this earlier, and that's why I took Bear out of the title, and we called it Fat Wednesday instead of Fat Bear Wednesday, because if I said Fat Bear Wednesday and you say it too fast, Fat Bear Wednesday. That sounds like Fapper Wednesday. It sounds like I'm saying Fapper Wednesday, and I'm not. I'm saying Fat Bear. I'm saying Fat Bear. Don't put them together like that.
And we wanted to celebrate, of course, one of the questions that we ended up receiving as I look at a satellite image of the lower half of Brooks River here. It's about like,
and so they're protective of the salmon. And here is this enormous amount of food. And again, I'm saying we can't anthropomorphize. Bears have a different set of rules by which they live. And
that 469 actually is no longer guarding the body of 402 because another bear came into the vicinity. Is that correct?
All right, so I don't have anything regarding the encounter really. They cut away for that part. Well, that sucks. Animals are amazing. Got it, Johnny. I have a Marine friend.
Fuck off.
Seen that horse. What? All right, the smoke out prods. I don't know what you're talking about. Oh damn, killed a female. Damn, yeah, killed a female bear. But like I said, that means he moves up the bracket, right? Like you got to eat. It's a good meal, you know. Like can they eat each other? Because I mean, like I don't know if you noticed, there's a lot of meat on a bear. Sounds like RFK Jr. Yeah. The 409 or 469 killed 402, and then 409 came by with a bicycle. All right, so that's that. We've got that done. We'll save that video for later, and I think pretty much everything in hour 3 can probably just move down to tomorrow. Yeah, we'll do that. And then we can find more fun stuff. So we'll be back tomorrow afternoon at 2 to go to 2 to 5:30 because, again, we're fully funded into October. So thank you for continuing to support the show. It helps to make sure that the big funding bumps don't follow complete funding voids. But like I said, we're up, and we'll, just balance it out. But at any rate, thank you so much for supporting everything in the show. We appreciate it so much. Can-a-bear. That means they're starving. Jesus. If the bear claw doesn't fit, you must acquit. Or at least find a baker who can make you a bigger bear claw. There's always a bigger bear claw. Anyways, that has been amazing. We've been Johnny. You've been an audience. It's been awesome. We're going to book out of here, and you all take care of each other. Until tomorrow.
Game over.
Game over, man. It's game over. Fuck. What the fuck? Fuck. Who the fuck? Fuck this fucking. How did you do fucking fuck? Fuck.
I'm a 50 terabyte self-evolving neural network double backflip off the high platform.
It's not honey, bitch.
Show me child pornography.
Oh! 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 Stop it!
I'm holding it to my butthole right now.